and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
And welcome everybody to the Free Fire Southeast Asia Championship. My name's Contra. Here alongside with me is Shadow Banjo. How are you doing today? Today's a really special day because, of course, it is Hari Merdeka.
Yeah, certainly as well. Hari Merdeka is once in a year we celebrate our country's Independence Day, and it's gonna be definitely like a very patriotic day where all the races come out and we have fun together.
Yeah. And of course, it's 62 years of independence. It's been a long way for Malaysia. And of course, for those who are competing today, they will make the nation proud. And hopefully, we'll be seeing one of the teams from Malaysia heading in towards the Free Fire World Championship, which will be happening somewhere in the future. I heard that some sort of news that it will be in Brazil. And we're really looking forward to that. Now, of course, today we'll be having a lot of great matches of Free Fire and a whole lot of Booyah for those of you guys back at home watching right now. There's just so much going on, and we'll be playing out 6 rounds inside of both Bermuda as well as Purgatory, 3 rounds each. Now, there's just all these matches coming up, and later on we'll find out who will be playing for today because we got Group E as well as Group F, Echo as well as Foxtrot. But I believe that we'll be starting off with Group E first.
Yeah, Group Echo, certainly we kind of expect some really, spicy plays and such. And I guess we can see, we'll see how the players bring some dynamic, technical, like some sort of mechanics in the game, like how they play it out and how and sort. And I'm interested to see how the players play outside and inside the circle as well throughout the phases of the game.
That's right, and of course, the first couple of rounds might just be a warm-up, maybe the first 2 rounds, but then again, you cannot afford to, give too much of a leeway to your opponents right there. Every single kill matters to tabulate all the points, and of course, positioning as well. Whoever walks away with the Booyah will be, of course, walking with the most points for the first game. Now, there's so many things that's introduced to the game, and of course, like there's new characters since the last time that I appeared casting the Free Fire World Cup. That will be new names such as
I think it's a Moko.
A124. I think that it's really interesting where you see the introduction of the character being a little bit of a cyborg, and she can actually convert a lot of those EP to HP, so you could easily survive in those battles and slowly trade off against your enemies. So I'm wondering whether or not this will possibly be some sort of a good pickup for some of these players out there.
It definitely will be a great pick up because the skill is useful throughout the early phases of the game, throughout the later stages phases of the game. But I'm actually interested in seeing some Mokos today because
Yeah.
when she shoots you and deals some damage, it will actually tag you and reveal your like position for 4 seconds. Like that's a lot. You can be exposed for that long.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, let's have a look to where it's the teams that will be playing. Of the Group E.
Yeah, Group Echo is certainly like, and I see Chera Squad there. I know you're from Chera, so Chera Squad.
Oh yeah, I'm Churros representing right there, and I'm really happy to see there's squads all over Malaysia, all the way from Kelantan as well, from the northern side, and of course there are some players coming from the Sabah and Sarawak region as
Yeah.
well, coming from Borneo. So it's a perfect way to start off Hari Merdeka, and we just gotta wait and see what we have in store for us for our very first game, and who will be walking away with a Booyah. It will possibly be either one of these teams, of course. But I heard a lot of hype revolving around Team OMR because they've been playing for quite a while, and we've seen them in a whole lot of tournaments. And I'm looking forward to see what sort of result they could bring to the table because the last time I saw them, they managed to achieve at least top 5.
Yeah, like top five. Yeah, it like Omimar definitely like shows a little bit of dominance in Group Echo, but like so far the other teams they might be stepping in as underdogs. They might want to show what they can do, and they want to be in the grand finals in Cool City Mall. So everyone wants the piece of that cake. So everybody just to prove it.
That's right. And speaking of that, we will be having our offline stages happening at Quill Cinema on the 15th, where we'll see some of your favorite teams battling all out to contend for the invitationals that will be happening in Indonesia real soon. Now, I believe that we're going to get into the game real soon. So, without further ado, we should bring it on the table. But, Shadow, what are your expectations here? Game number 1.
My expectations here is global plays.
Oh, glue wall plays.
Yes, global plays. Like I know, like some of the viewers out there be like, "Oh, global is annoying, this and that, yada yada." But if like global is such a great perk to use in the game, like if you misuse it, it might bite back. But if you use it properly, it's gonna shock the enemy. It's gonna make the enemy think twice before engaging on you or pushing on
That's
you.
true. And especially towards the last few circles of the game, that's where it gets more intense, and you need a little bit of that defense mechanism to come into play. So that will possibly bring a lot more room for all these players to prepare for the next battle. And there are some certain regions that really would save all these glue walls and just stack it upon layers and layers to make sure that they keep themselves alive. And it could be pretty chaotic towards the last few stages of the game because everyone's really hungry for the Booyah. And when it comes to weaponry, of course, I'm wondering whether or not anyone could possibly get that hands onto that Gatling gun and just spray people down with that heavy artillery.
Yeah, oh boy, at 1,200 rounds in a clip. Come on, who can like? I think the global will be destroyed in a quarter of a clip. Like,
I mean, that's the answer to the glue walls right there.
Yep, like globals. There's your answer how to deal with a Gatling gun. But I'm guessing, like, I would love to see some explosion happening on like the grenade launchers, especially the MGL 140, which is kind of the advanced grenade launchers. Or grenade launchers, I think they are quite viable in the game. To be honest.
Definitely. Yeah, and of course, that's going to be really important when it comes to, flanking people off, flushing towards those buildings instead of using the classic grenade, throwing
Yeah.
it through the window. Why not just shoot it right into it? So that will be possibly being brought out to the table a whole lot if they could get themselves that sort of pickup. But here we are, getting ready for our very first game. And not only that, I think there's going to be a whole lot of the ARs as well as SMG to be brought to the table. And depending on how they really want to equip on towards the character builds. So each one of them, of course, will be able to make themselves into good use by equipping either a very heavy utility-based equipments or even heavy firing equipments. Like for myself, I really like Paloma's sort of skill that you could bring to the table, because with Paloma's arms dealing, you could potentially just not worry about those ammos getting cluttered up inside the
Yeah,
bag.
well, certainly that's good, but expect a gluttony though from Maxim. Like that character itself, like you can tank circles like phase 2 and phase 3, you can tank them outside and just chunk meds and mushrooms like nothing, because it increases the duration of you consuming meds and mushrooms like a bit faster. So I think he might be a little bit making some big plays like throughout the circle, and,
Hopefully.
yeah, and catch people unexpected like inside the zone, because
Yeah. I remember casting some of these matches in the European and Russian in the invitationals for the previous World Cup. This road to the World Cup was rather interesting, because a lot of all them actually plays that sort of defensive strat that you're talking about, tanking the circle for a little bit outside of the safe zone and just waiting it all out. And you could potentially spot a couple of people walking in towards the zone. So you could even like set up a still simple sort of a trade from the outside.
Yeah, and certainly as well, like like in this game, I tend to see people catch people off guard. Like people won't even notice like where you're from, especially if you're really using Mako, the character itself. It's gonna be, you can go for a stealth kind of approach, or it might even a rush kind of approach. Like you tag them, like let's say, oh, we know that there's nobody around us, so we can push them, or either we can stay back and see what will happen. Like what will they react after the first shot has been given out.
That's right. And of course, we're talking about this as the road to the Free Fire World Cup. Last year, we see EVOS walking away as the grand champions of the world. And now that we're looking at Southeast Asia again, what are the chances for Malaysia to go all out and contest with some of these other teams from Southeast Asia and beyond Southeast Asia?
I think most important fact is like mostly I guess I saw some tournaments going on like the World Cup. I saw like I see I more not on the the Malaysian side of teams. They kind of play a little bit passive. They're not that aggressive and like approaching the enemies straightforward towards the front. They might just play passive, and they wanna do recon more than like dealing like pushing out some damage out in the field. So they kind of approach for the safer side, not the aggressive side. I really wish to see Malaysian teams be more aggressive, because Battle Royale is certainly like you can't expect anything, but if you have the mentality of like aggressiveness, you giving out those aggressiveness, like it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing.
I will totally agree, and the tables could possibly turn any sort of moment at all, because we're talking about the possibilities of traits all across the map around you when you're fighting, trying to secure that safe zone and trying to get yourself in towards that peak position. Well, of course, you really have to make sure that they get themselves in towards a really good territory, and just make sure that you could possibly take down all the other squad sets around. And there's so many scenarios where they may say like, oh, this is a crazy strong team, but it does not mean that nobody can take that.
Yeah, that's true, because in the end, it's still a team. It's still like other players from other teams. So like in Battle Royale, you can't expect the expected. You need to expect the unexpected. People might play out with some crazy plays, or maybe if people like pulling out with Misha, playing with the vehicles around, like driving like like the afterburn, it gives you more speed and takes less damage in the vehicle by 3%. The max out goes 8%, I guess. So it's kind of like want to expect those plays as well, because like everything can be bring out on the table, as you said.
Yeah, totally. And when we talk about landing spots, which is one of your favorites inside of Bermuda?
I think would be Mars Electric.
Mars Electric.
It tends to be more chaotic and more peaceful sometimes in the games. It depends on how the flight path goes. But certainly, I think Mars Electric would be my favorite. How about you, Contra?
Yeah, I guess like Mars Electric is somewhat of a hot drop in those public games, but in competitive might be a little bit quiet. But we're about to find out whether or not it'll be chaotic or pure silence inside of Bermuda, because we're about to start to take flight and towards our very first game of the Sea Championship. Free Fire, let's go. As we'll fly all the way from southeast, all the way to the northwest, starting off from Sentosa and towards Observatory. Now, what do you feel about this flight path, and what do you predict where the circle is going to be?
I think the circle would be towards Plantation side, towards the north side, I guess. But you can never know. Like, the circle might shift down the south side to Mars Electric and Clock Tower. But I would like to see how the circle plays and how the teams play off. And right now we can see a few teams dropping out early at Cape Town and Pochinock, and so as well moving on down to Sentosa.
Yeah. And I think that this is just going to be a little bit of a contest over onto the central zone, as well as perhaps the mill, where, you know, those places are the ones with the most loots. But we see over on the peak side, we have our VDP result already on the move. They're using the zip line just to get across, so they were just trying to avoid all these conflict up in the early game. We see Dark Phoenix already getting himself that bat, not having any sort of artillery with him for now, but he's just going to get into it for the time being.
First blood.
Well, like you said,
Oh,
it's just
there goes first blood. Chris Bender gets eliminated out from the game. So right now we can see Chura's army is gonna get knocked out right here, getting swarmed by Klate army, Mr. Saya right here. Oh, shots getting fired out. Oh, Klate Takim gets taken down, dropping very low and gets finished off. 2 players from the side. You can see, oh my god, Klate army loses 3 players already. And right now, all it's left is 1 more player from the side of Klate army. Can he do it? Like, he's trying to hide it out.
Well, I guess it's just going to be a difficult scenario. Like, for that sort of moment, we saw him, you know, just chilling around, just already getting that 1 knock. And he was, like, doing a little bit of taunt right there, thinking that, you know, nobody's going to be around. But it's just a little bit of a turnaround there. But Bendik is glad to see that he's up on his feet, just charging up once again. But 3 solid kills coming from Chura's army. I say I gotta be proud.
Yeah, you gotta be proud about that. And Pendek with 2 kills, and Pendek with that early knock on those 2. And like, I don't think Klate army can do anything that much from time being, because they don't have much loot. And right now we can see Izzat is gonna be loaded out with a Sword Off, a Farmas, and a Groza. Definitely strong. Oh, right now super cut, guys. He's gonna be shooting out to Dark Phoenix. So, oh, it's gonna be dangerous right here, because OMR Gas has the high ground. So Contra, what are you looking at from here?
Well, I'm looking at the OMR guys just having quite a great advantage coming in from the peaks. Well, from that sort of angle, he was still dropping down low, as you see, and the X guys managing to secure that 1 kill. Well, it's still not secured in his hands, but OMR guys starting off pretty strong as well. I guess like he will be able to secure not only those loots, there is a bike that he could possibly pick up as well if you look to opt for that vehicle. But he's charging towards the side of DP, and he's all alone. I guess it's just going to be the rest of the members just getting grouped up for now. But we see team number 2 over on the other section. It's going to be a little bit far away, but they're marching all the way forward. Well, Task Force is going to be going in for the suits.
Yeah, right now they're still looting up, but just now, as we can see, both OMR guys and Dark Phoenix have a little fight right here. Right now, IND guys is gonna be chunked a little bit HP. He's getting a little HP chunked by X Result right here, but now he's getting shot back, dropping very low, and Dark Phoenix gets taken down. 1 player down already. So right now, 2 more players left alive on the side of Dark Phoenix. OMR guys slowly pushing up already, and they have no idea where OMR guys is pushing.
Oh my goodness. I guess like he's only hiding behind a tree and he just rushed out. So that's 1 member from Dark Phoenix dropping out right there. But here comes RPG having members mounted out, and Super Cut Guy is trying to secure his first kill of the game, because the rest of the members already gotten 1 at least, but he's just cutting across, and they're not opting to pick this one up. Cut Guys is just going to run across, but he's inside. It's going to go in for the chase, and that will be kill secured on that MP40.
Yeah, right now RPG, one of them members getting taken out as well. So right now Team 8 is closing on to the side of Team 3 and Team 4. Right now we can see, oh, Soifon is getting surrounded by 3 members of Team 8 already. And OMR guys slowly backing off, playing passively and still starting around to see like what is the situation is going to be like continued forward, because they don't want to be in between those fights as well. So right now Soifon is going to be pushed by Mega, and Soifon, taking a lot of damage. Oh, Mega gets dropped down. Soifon gets taken out. 1 member still alive, getting chased down by 2 members already. Oh, gets killed. Not in time to finish off, so that's 1 kill. Oh no.
Yep, then that's the end of the journey for Dark Phoenix for game number 1, but there's still more to go as we'll be playing for next round. But that was some interesting chase. They went all the way there, and as much as he tried, but that's all that he could do. Well, maybe secure a couple points, but we're looking at Task Force XMY. They're just trying to scout out up ahead. Meng's just going to get tapped out over and back. He's got the AK in hand, but Blue's just trying to actually finish off Meng inside the house, and Psycho is gonna be able to heal all the way up, but the rest of the members are all scattered across. I think he spot out Deed, and he's trying to go for it.
Yeah, Deed is gonna be tagged once, twice, getting tagged out already. Advantage is on Blues right here, but right now Demo gets tagged out as well. Task Force and why Blues is doing a really good job dealing some small amount of damage, first letting them know that their team is here. So now we can see Team 3, the players are scattering out, moving away, rotating to a different position. Now we can see UAV has been deployed, so there might be some players get stuck down on, like getting revealed under the UAV drone right now. So circle is closing in already, and Team 3 is moving.
Well, I guess like the side of Task Force is just having a pretty chill run over on the edge of the map. But Dokutua here is just going to go in for some weaponry trade-offs right down below. Well, he's got a whole lot of great skins, that I must say. Yep. But we see Dokutua, they are not really trying to move too much because they know that there's a team around CHRS. Team Churras Army is still loitering around the hangar, and they really have to be careful about that.
Yeah, right now we can see Churras MY. Churras Army is gonna be proning right there. Like Izzat is gonna be proning there, scouting, trying to scout some enemies out, but not just yet. I believe they spot out a few members already crossing over or on inside the factory right there. So they might get a potential chance. They might want to plan out on how to approach it, because you don't want to get stuck inside the factory and fight inside there, because there's not much space you can work with. The grenades definitely is gonna be a risk using in also. Right now pulls out the PAM, pulls out the MP40 already. Right now gonna be slowly pushing up. Glow wall gets used out just in case for flanks. I think they noticed the flanks already.
Oh,
right,
here we go. Here we go. They're very good for the push. Going in for Booyah. One more glue wall being popped, but Booyah's being dropped down low. Will be the first one to fall. While there's another one being set up from the back as well. He's gonna go in to revive Apex immediately, but there is more challenges coming in the way as we see them charging right through. Oh my goodness, Duck is just ready for the fight, but it will be Churras Army still having the members up intact. And over in the back though, I guess Churras Army's just gonna lose a couple members as Apex gets wiped away.
So right now Churras Army getting eliminated already. Tokutua doing a really good job right there, but I think Churras Army just made a small little play right there with the smokes and glow walls. Like as you can see, like Tokutua, just 2 of the other members went in and didn't even notice. Churras Army has another 2 members right beside the glow, and the smokes is covering up their path. So right now we can see the circle slowly shifting towards the south side. We can see on Rinnam village, factory, everything. But right now all the teams are on observatory right there. 3 teams are over there already pushing in. Right now blue zone is still there, but team 8 and team 1 is pushing in to Bimas. Pochinok has 1 team, so right now team 3 is going to be going towards the beach side to avoid any fights, because I doubt they would know that there's some fights going on and they don't want anything to do with it right now, because their loot is not that much. So I think they're trying to approach the passive side of the game right now.
That's right. And I guess it's just going to get a little bit more complex if they were to loiter around the shore side a little bit longer. And we already saw about 3 teams right down south of Observatory. I think Rinnam is still a little bit safe, but the next few phases might just have it closed out. So right smack in the center, we see a lot of empty spaces that could potentially be utilized by some of all these teams, while Task Force NY has not secured any sort of kills as of yet, but we still have about another minute before the safe zone shrinks all the way in, and 32 more players, while there's a little bit of standstill right here, as we see Tok already taking out the members of Chura's army. They are right smack into the center. They have control, but they got to worry about QB because if they were to walk out, they are the first one to take them out.
Oh, right now we can see oh my god, he gets taken out instantly. So right now teams know that there are 2 more teams over there. So right now everyone needs to be slowly playing it out. They don't want to, like, the other teams don't want to drag any other attention because they might want to get some picks. Right now shooting some shots, Demon shooting some shots, not gonna be landing onto anyone right here, just to be some warning shots right there. So I think they should be rotating to the other, like, to the new position right now, because I think he spots out Rembat right there, but Rembat not taking any damage, getting him behind cover. So all 3 teams is gonna be around the hangar. 4 teams, to be honest, around hangar now.
Oh my goodness.
5 teams. It's gonna be a party right here, the hangar.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be one, and we see Crimboss already getting in towards the higher vantage points, but there is Marker getting knocked out, and Crimboss having Punjahat soaking a little bit of a tap coming from above. Lucky enough, there's enough EP for him to actually march up, and here comes him to the rescue as Marco will be safe and sound for the time being, but shots are being fired left, right, and center, over on the back as well, and I guess they're going to provide him with a whole lot of utilities as well as mets for him to stay alive. Now, having 2 men up here would definitely give him a little bit more of that room to breathe.
Right now, we have 6 teams right here in hangar. We got like 6 teams hanging in a hangar right now. So everyone is taking their respective compounds. But Team 1 is going to be slowly moving out there. But Team 2, getting tagged down by Crimboss. 1, 2. Oh my god, he finishes 1 off. There's 1 more player being knocked out right there. So I think Team 2, like team number 6, is going to think of a way to move out right there, because Crimboss is having an advantage over them with like these angles right here. And I don't think team number 6 has any idea to spot them right now. We can see Team Eclipse is going to be encountering Team number 1 soon right here. Glue wall getting poked out. Right now we can see Hantu Bajang is going to be landing out some shots, shooting out the glue wall. Nothing happening just yet, but right now you can see, oh my god, Team 1 is just rushing in. Oh my god, takes 1, takes 2 out. Oh, everyone is dropping very low right here. Jimbo gets taken down right now. Blue wall's getting played right now. Just a spray. Continuous spray. Not letting much. Dropping very low. Pinning is dropped low right here. Right now, last member alive from Team Eclipse, 38 HP. Will he stick the revive? No, he'll get. Oh yeah, he'll stick the revive and get the heal off. So right now, Team 8 is gonna be having 3 members alive, and Team number 1 gets just wiped out right there.
Yep, that's right. And Eclipse comes out strong with a total of 5 kills here. Comes Quality Brad going in for those shotgun shots as Marku goes in for the blow as well. He'll be traded off as Meng falls down, and the rest of all these members of Boss will be able to secure that in hand. But Crimboss just gonna be able to go in for that sort of confirmed kill, while Abimio over the back match to get one as well. Here comes the spray down over on the side of D. And Ali King could not respond in time. Here comes the march, and that is a secured kill. And Crimboss walks out with a total of 4.
Yeah, Crimboss better move their butts, away from the factory. And you can see Team number 7 is pushing in, and Team number 3 as well. They know they have a lot of party happening right there. We can see Task Force ends wide, throws out a grenade, throws 2 grenades out, not landing. And we'll just say Glue Wall just popped out. Oh my god, he doesn't know. He gets taken out right here, right now. Punjahat is gonna be dropping very low. And will he get taken out? Dropping the finish, but he gets knocked down. Right now, Gopal and Punjahat is going to be going out. Gopal dropping very low. Shotgun shots, MP40 shots going out everywhere. Is going to be a party. Right now, Punjahat, 25 HP again. Oh, he gets taken out by Punjahat. 1 more player left alive. Can he do it? Right now, he's going to be ending the players right here. He's going to be Crimboss. He's going to be reviving Mark Reku right here. But right now, Task Force is going to be pushing in.
Wall, and he's trying to juggle it all the way through. If it sprays 1 down, Marco only 1 HP left. That's a double in the hands of 6-7 Force.
Great play right there. Just not beating this play by Task Force and why he knows that the two remaining players are very low. So he might just want to go in for the kills, get as much kill points as possible for the placements points is going to be happening right around. So it's a little bit advantage over to the standing points. Right now, he is the only one left. Right now, we can see Toka Tua, last man standing, 2 kills. He's going to be finishing off Task Force. So goodbye Task Force and nothing else. Oh my god, he gets taken out by OMR, guys.
That's just a little bit of third-party action coming in from the back as well. Here comes the Blanca, just having a little bit of the walls to cover up for the time being. This hangar is just getting a whole lot of mess coming in towards this smartest triple cut guy. Is going to get tapped to 30%, and he's still having no room to even move forward, but the Blanca is getting pressured as Ebut has his health dropped to 60.
Yeah, but right now, Team Ponka, right, yeah, they are having the greatest advantage of their lives in this game because the circle shrinked into that house. So they have the most cover in the situation right now. We can see OMR guys all taking cover in the factory, but circle is going to move towards Team Ponka. Team Ponka might just want to use this and utilize this advantage. Right now, we can see guys getting tapped. 25 HP just gone, right? They're getting chipped out right here. The Ponka still holding their ground, not making any like more movements just yet, but they know OMR guys is right in front of them, but I don't think they know that team number 8 is behind them.
Well, it's just going to be a little bit of a tussle from the distance here as we see more trade-offs coming back, and the Blanca is just going to be having a little bit more of that offensive play. Across while the OMR is trying to break down Raphael as well.
So, like right now we can see these three teams are having a little bit of triangle, like a Bermuda triangle kind of fight right here. Yeah, literally. You see Grima getting caught out by the Blanca. Ejad is going to be tagging him into half HP and he doesn't know. Oh, Ejad gets dropped down. The Alwi gets dropped down as well. Right now, the Blanca, one man alive. Can he do it? Can he clutch it out against teammate? No, he doesn't. So right now, it's up to teammate and team 4 versus 4 right now on the map. Right now, we can see OMR guys is pushing up to teammate. So Contra, what are we looking right here?
Oh, Contra is going to say that OMR guys is spotting right forward, going in for the sprayed out, but that's going to be the shotgun in his face. And the guys are just having a real tough time. And Genji tries to take them all down, but Ima's down on the ground as well. Abemio trying to clutch this one out, and this last few seconds is going to have Team Eclipse wiped away. And you gotta congratulate them because they managed to walk away with the Booyah, and all the hype that we talked about the OMR squad is definitely not for nothing as they start out strong, coming with a whole lot of kills.
Yeah, first game of the day, and they definitely displayed one of the best matches right here. Like, first match is already that hype and that aggressive. OMR guys, you definitely, like, you don't fail to disappoint us and the audience right here. Like,
well, of course, they definitely did not disappoint at all, and they walked away with a total of 9 kills. And of course, the second place right there, where they're having a total of 10 kills as well. So I think that first game is just going to be real close when it comes towards the points, but we're going to have that tablet fit in a little bit more, but we really have to break this one down because this game definitely was quite a good warm-up for a lot of these players, and it was packed with a whole lot of action towards the southern side, towards the central west as well. And we're talking about the hangar region where we have that total of 5 teams clumped up in towards those houses, and Blanca, they had the best advantage because they were smack right in the middle. Now, what exactly went wrong for some of these teams, and what went right for OMR?
I think for OMR, what went right for them was like they decided to approach the way in a passive and aggressive way. Like they would take advantage that they have and use it at the max. They would calculate the risk. So I don't, because OMR guys was moving towards outside of the zone in throughout the factories. That they witnessed a lot of gunfights. They've been through some gunfights, and they decided like, hey, I'm gonna tag this, so we're gonna wait it out. So if they don't, if they didn't notice them, so they was like slightly move towards the left, like we saw just now. Right now, like Team Parker, like yeah, they had the advantage, but they didn't like utilize the max because everyone was clumped into the house and no one was noticing behind because they got flushed out by team number 8 right there. So that's really unfortunate for Team Parker, but I think that's all I can do. But credits to OMR guys, like that's what I like to see about OMR because they approach things passive and aggressive. So that's what I like because I mentioned like teams need to be more aggressive right now because due to the state of the circles moving in like that and sort of etc. You gotta approach things more aggressively rather than passively like Team Parker.
Yeah, I think that they really played out well, and we see Parker just trying to trade off right across from quite a distance. I believe that's about 150 to 200. Well, I still say
Yeah.
that it's a relatively good range for you to actually line up those shots, but that sort of extended fight kind of draw a lot of attention coming in towards their side, and they were just clumped up inside of that sort of housing area with not much room to even run around from. So once those flanks come right in, and when the circle didn't really favor them all too much, that's where they're forced to push away, and most of the other teams already have the idea that they're already there. So it's making their job a little bit easier for them to go in for the takedowns.
Yeah, like I think from the position of Team Parker, like yeah, they had the advantage, but like as you said, like if you make a lot of noise around the area, like you would definitely draw teams, and they would know where your positions are. So I think Team Parker and team number 8 right there, they both sort of had the same mindset of like taking like one specific area like right beside the houses because there's a lot of trees for cover. I think they both had that same idea in mind, but it didn't work out because OMR was pushing far left. They just caught him out.
Yeah, I think that was a really great catch as we saw all of those stuff. And early on, of course, you mentioned about Chora's Army. They were having a really great run in the first couple of minutes, and they fell flat. I felt like they were really not careful enough with some of that approach, and they were a little bit hasty when it comes to taking those fights. But as we talk about all these fights, let's have a look into the highlights for game number 1. Of course, we see the flight coming in from the southeast, immediately having Chora's Army takes off some peak. And they, of course, with the first blood, they will be the kill leaders of the game. And OMR, guys, this is where they started off. Then they managed to secure themselves a whole lot of those points. And later on, he moves down southwards, and that's where OMR are just going to be finding a lot more of that sort of vantage points.
Yeah, and I have to give praise right here. We can see like Siphon is alone, but he managed to take out one member from teammate, but he decides to run away and finish it with the grenade, but it didn't come as better. Right, I see Chora's Army, well, this highlight is swarming in, and look at the glue wall, like the glow wall plays right there.
Yeah, it was great. When we're talking about all of that sort of glue wall that was being brought out, it bought a lot of time for them to actually get into reset sort of position. And Gunbox right here, the moment he went in for the revival for his teammate, he went in straight for the kill, and Rumbot right here, he managed to also bring down members of QB, and that was an easy peasy double kill.
Yeah, that was easy. But right now, Task Force, this I had to give credits to, like, they have so much confidence that their enemy is very low level. Like they calculate the low HP, but right now we can see Team 11, like they responded with aggression, but it failed. So right now we can see this highlight.
Yeah, this is the top 5 situation that we're talking about because they're all scattered out. Ima getting spun out first, but he's the one who managed to actually take them down. And that final moment right here is where everyone's rushing for those Booyahs. And by this edge here, Eclipse looked like they have the upper hand, but it was the end for them because OMR stepped up and definitely brought the victory right there with the very first Booyah of the day. And that's how we start off our early mornings of the Independence Day. And of course, for this guy who just joined in, Salamat Hari Badeka, as we'll throw on a short break, and when we come back, we'll bring you more free fire action.
and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
To the Free Fire Southeast Asia Championship Malaysia qualifiers. My name's Contra. This is Shadow Banjo bringing you all the matches for today. And my oh my, OMR have walked away with the very first Booyah of the day on our very Independence Day. This is our 62nd Independence Day, and we got some fun facts for you guys. Of course, our national anthem is Nagaraku. And do you guys know that Nagaraku's melody is actually from Perak State anthem Terang Bulan, and it was changed by Mr. Saiful Bahri when he made the lyrics to what it is for our national song.
Yeah, that national song really gives us the chills right here because remember when we were primary school kids or even like secondary school kids, we would
high
sing it
school.
we would sing it every Monday on what do you call that?
The assembly, yeah.
Yeah,
in
the
morning,
assembly
yeah.
would we would sing it every Monday. I'm like, oh, that gives me the chills right now. Give me some high school, secondary school vibes.
Yeah, and speaking of giving the chills, like I'm pretty sure OMR is sending some chills to some of all these teams because they walked out strong with a total of 9 kills on the board, and that is some really solid points coming in towards our first game. And they're currently sitting at the top of the table with that Booyah as well as the rank points that we talked about. But there are teams that are drawing it really close. Unfortunately, we don't have the scoreboards up yet, but we will soon have it up and coming on the table. Now, to my surprise, that a lot of all these players are just still using all those Cali stats, and we're going to jump straight in towards our second game, and this time around, it's going to be inside of Purgatory.
Yeah, right now we can see Purgatory flight path is going to be starting out from northwest to like southeast. So right now we can see the flight path is going down towards Central Golf Course, Basilia Fields, and Meat and Moat House. So right now we can see teams are dropping off early. One of the teams is going to be going down to Ski Lodge, and we can see on the island of Moat House there will be 2 teams over there. But right now one of the players is going to be staying away. So I think team number 10 is splitting up. They're trying to do some split up strategy right here.
Yeah, we see Kalate dropping in towards the north side of Moat House, and they don't really want to contest with Boss Penjahat and the rest of them because they've already found a little bit of weapons there. You gotta possibly bail out from that. But over on the downside of Central, all the way on the south, they're just gonna have about 2 to 3 teams battling out as well. While Gunbox, they were in the top 5 in the previous round, and they're going to secure a whole lot more. Secures the first blood, and it will be Gunbo taking on Fazli.
Oh, that's really unfortunate of Klate Army right there because we see them drop it. Right now, one of the members is swimming. Takim is swimming under the bridge. He'll be hiding. And I don't think Gopal spots him just yet. He better start swimming right now or not he'll get taken out. Right now, we can see on the side of Team Klate Army, one of the members is going to be taken out right there. So Contra, I don't know what, I don't see. Look at that. There goes Takim right there. So
he wasn't even moving. I mean, it's not even fair in that sense. Well, 2 kills in the back. I think Crim Boss now, should I say, the bosses here just have some smooth run throughout not only game number 1. Game 2, this is just going to be huge because we're talking about double kill. Each of these points matter as you accumulate it towards the 6 rounds, but I don't think that he even have any loots. I mean, they just dropped in towards the Mo House.
I think that's a little bit unlucky, and I think there'll be a slight miscommunication because we can see team members splitting up. It is a strategy, but it might be some miscommunication right there.
I totally agree. I mean, it was sort of that crisis moment where they know that there are no loots and they really need to get themselves in towards a zone that's safe enough. But over on towards the southern side that we talked about right here, this is going to be Central being occupied by members of Puaka, and I think that they really don't want to get themselves into those early tussles. But looking at all these itemizations, he's got the M-Famas as well as M14 on his arsenal, so he's going to be A-okay. But here we go. Tabs coming in from the side of Reba, trying to take down 56 Force, but it's not going to be doing all too much as he managed to get himself some cover right behind the stones. But oh my, he managed to actually walk out of that. But right behind the palm trees, it's not going to be too much coming out from him, but he does have the M60.
Yeah, so right now we can see Task Force and my Barlow right here has the M60 bar right here. So he has a shotgun as well. So I think he doesn't want, from my perspective, I don't think he wants to take these kind of fights just yet. But against Team Waka, Ijat is shooting down the glow wall right there. Spots are the other members of Team 5 Blues, and everybody's still hiding behind the truck. So right now there is a small fight going on between these 2 teams, slowly trading firepower. Right now we can see Raphael is going to be healing healing back up himself.
Well, I'm not sure how long could they possibly hide behind the vents. You know, like we're seeing Puaka already got them surrounded in a sense, and if this safe zone shrinks into its some different category, I mean different areas, that's gonna be them getting tapped out and Tuyo getting tapped out right here. Always trying to take them down as well. We're seeing a little bit of return fire coming in from the side of Task Force MY, while Raphael having a little bit of that sort of pixels exposed, and only one bullet got squeezed through towards the side of Raphael.
Well, right now, Team Puaka and Team Task Force is going to be having a fight of their eyes. Right now, Task Force is going to be responding some firepower right there. So right now we can see I think Task Force and what should really do right now is move it, but he spots out the other teams right there. Team Puaka, one of their members trying to flank around, but gets dropped out to 50 HP. So right now he's going to be healing up himself back up, but Balo is trapped right here in the cabin. So I don't know what's going to happen right here.
Well, Reboot already got that zone secured for a little bit more, but there's too much pressure coming from the side of DPX now. I think that they're just cutting across some of all these hills where they could hit towards the central side, while we see Aoi not having to move a single muscle at all. 6-7 corners, trying all the best of his abilities to bring him down, but I think he's just going to be fine for now because he's still got a little bit of backup coming in from Raphael, but it's just going to be a gridlock between these three teams.
Right now we can see Team Dark Phoenix is moving up already, but one of the members from Team Puaka is alone over there. If he gets picked out, there's nothing much that the other members can do right there. So right now, he should be aware right now that there is a team approaching right now. We can see Dark Phoenix getting closer and closer, moving around each house to each house. I don't think Puaka notices it. So right now, oh my god, oh, he's going to get spotted right here. So Siphon, I think Siphon spots it now, as so as Rizal right here. He's gonna be moving out slowly. Oh, he has no idea. He's running. He gets spots out right here. He's gonna be chopped down by 4 members. Oh, Ibu gets dropped down right here. He's alone, and I don't think nobody can save him right there.
Well, I gotta say that it is a good attempt, but he does not know that he's just getting cornered by all 4 members from the side of Dark Phoenix, just delivering them that sort of free kill on the table. And Yams provided good enough sort of an info, hugging by the walls, and now with that 1 kill, we're just gonna see members of Reboot just suffering a little bit more because they're down to only 3 men. Now, 39 more players still left intact, while Yima is cutting corners over on the side of the shorelines, while Boyka spots out Abamio as well. It's gonna be a glue wall getting popped out. Now it's gonna heal himself while he's at it, while Day 77 just running for his life, having the katana being brought out just to get a little bit more speed right into the table. And here comes the AK tapping down the members of Duck. But it's just going to be a lot of pressure because over and back, there is the safe zone chasing in.
Yeah, safe zone is pushing them right now. Day 77 is getting taken out by Songman right here. Songman picking up 1 kill for the team. But right now, Arab, we can see, is going to be shot down as well. Glow Wall's getting poked out. Abela is going to be returning fire and gets 1 kill for himself. So right now, the members, like Team Tokutua, needs to start moving right here. We can see OMR guys, is going to be contact. Abela getting like chunked down to 40 HP just left right now. So Somban is dropping very low.
Oh my goodness. Can he make it to 11 HP? Down to 10. Now that's going to be 3 seconds window and he will be back up in no time. Now, all of them really have to move because this safe zone is going to hurt them a whole lot more. But here comes Demons trying to bring down members of Tokutua. There is still Abela over on the back. Boyka just having a little bit of the distance between Abela. But Abela gets knocked out. And Demons managed to secure that one with the Scar. And Boyka's trying to fall back, trying to give them a little bit of assistance. But I think it's a little bit way too late. And like we said, it's just way too much for Boyka to even hit over on the other section. And QB, Demons knows that that's one in the back. He's going to go in for the chase against Boyka.
Yeah, right now, Demons is going to be on pursuit of Boyka right here. But Boyka is going to be getting chunked out of HP. Like right now, one of the Tokutua members is going to be taken out by the safe zone. Right now, Boyka needs to move away. Right now, Boyka is going to be tagged out by Demons. Demons tagging now 6, 11. Small chunks of damage right there. He's behind cover right now. But OMR, guys, he's going to be pushing. Oh no, Quality Brats is going to be pushing still. Sorry about that. So right now, Boyka is going to be pushing up. But Soma dropping very low. Our Rip is going to be dropping very low right now. Boyka getting tagged out right here. 14 HP, 28 HP is going to be taken out. So I in this position, I don't think Gunbo is right. Oh my god, right now. It's gonna be a massive massacre right there. Right now, Demons knocks out one, knocks out two.
Whoa, that's two in a row, and Demons managed to secure that one in the back. We see Tokatua losing way too much, and they challenge the wrong army as Quality Brats managed to secure all 3 kills from Tokatua. And here comes the OMR guys having the time of their lives. They've just won themselves the game in the first round. OMR guys now having a little bit more of that member spot out from across the corners. They managed to see Punjab down below. I guess they don't really want to take down Bunning as of now, but they really
right now we can see, yeah, right now we can see Dome is gonna be walking out in the open and get taken out by guys, and Supercut is gonna be finishing out one for himself as well. So 2 members already taken out by Team 1. Right now we can see OMR guys is gonna be pinching one of the members alone right in the warehouse. Oh, this is gonna be bad for him.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna march right through, and just right behind the blue wall, nowhere he can run. Jimbos will be surrounded, and that will be a double kill going in towards the side of Genji.
So right now, Hantu Bajang, the one lone survivor left, he's gonna be playing for some placements points. Right now we can see Circle shifting all towards the south side, and these teams gotta get a haul on their butts right here, so everyone's gonna move right there. But you can see the 3 teams that we just saw is still there. It's still near Fire Brigade. They're still fighting right here. But right now we can see Team 4 and Tokatua, one of the last remaining survivors, is in the circle playing around the bridge side.
Yeah, and Churros Army is the furthest away from the circle, and they have to deal with OMR. That's going to be a little bit difficult for them to actually go in with the approach, but IND is marching forward. Possibly we're going to be scouting up a hit against Churros Army, but he's all by himself and immediately going for the challenge already. Spots out Apex, going in for the charge. He does have a whole lot of artillery on his hands, but working out on that AK, spots out Mega as well. Churros Army decides to fall back, and they don't want to take up this challenge. Fendek is just going to have a couple more damage being dealt through as the gold walls have been brought out by both OMR as well as Churros Army.
So right now, OMR guys, one of the members, oh my god, Apex is going to be flanking around on guys right here, but I think guys spotted him already, but Apex is going to be chunked down by the zone. But right here, right now, you can see guys still placing out one more glow wall, Circle checking him down, and Apex gets taken out by guys, but other members of the OMR guys is going to be helping out Chris. Megat is going to be taken out from long range spray, a new killer right now. Pendek is getting chunked out by Circle as well. Glow wall gets popped out. I don't think he can survive that long. He gets taken now. So right now it's all up to Izat.
Oh, he's getting surrounded from the back as well. And OMR guys got this one in the back as Churros Army will be wiped away. The safe zone is definitely way too much. And that's a triple that we're talking about. 7 kills in this game. And in the previous run, 9. And who could possibly stop OMR guys? Because they look unstoppable right now. And looking at Puaka, they are playing really safely by the ridges of the lower side of the south. And I think that this is a good point for them to take. But immediately when the next safe zone appears, then they would lose out on this advantage. And there's already 67 force right down below. And I believe that they've already had a little bit of that challenge as Demons gets brought down. While Mega is hiding behind the blue walls. But over the top side, we have Dark Phoenix on the charge as well, prowling in. And that will be King wiping away Team Eclipse.
So right now, Dark Phoenix is facing off against Quality Brats right here. So 3 versus 3. No, I mean 3 versus 4. I think one of the members just got picked up right on the glow wall right here. This is one I will see. This one I will see about glow wall plays, because glow wall is such, like, you think it's a simple grenade that gives you walls, but it's not just that. It confuses the enemies around. And I can see Dark Phoenix is going to be spotting other members of Quality Brats moving towards the upper hillside. It's going to be rotating out from the circle right here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be great information being brought out by Dark Phoenix members. They know that they're taking the western approach, heading in towards central. And this is where there's a lot of all these walls for coverage. While Dark Phoenix, they say, hey, we're not going to follow that path. We're just going to head towards the south side and possibly cut through the east, even to do all these sort of rotations heading in towards the later phases of the game. Now we're seeing 8 teams in total, while The boss is just right down below, having 674's soul member right inside of the vicinity. We'll be joined by 56 right there. I like how this team kind of have this sort of a code name going on.
Yeah, but right now we can see Team 2 is going to be moving across the bridge already. It's going to be meeting up with Task Force NY soon. Oh my god, 3 teams right there. They're going to be starting a fight real soon. It's going to be a party again right here. You can see Task Force NY. He knows one of the members are inside of the houses already. But Dark Phoenix is going to be tagged out across the hill. But right now, oh my god, Dark Phoenix is going to be taking out. Balo gets taken out from the game. And there goes another kill to Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I think Dark Phoenix definitely getting themselves into all these positions, but over in the back though, he's getting shotgun fired at him coming from OMR guys, and he did not see that one coming at all.
Yeah, so right now Circle is shrinked to the point that everyone is trying to converge into this. So right now, oh guys, Din spots out. He gets taken very low with small chunks of damage. But right now, oh my god, Task Force MY 67 gets taken out. So Task Force MY is out of the games, and OMR still staying strong in the tournament.
Yeah, well, you can see them just hiding behind and getting the flanks coming out. Hatu Bajang will be wiped away. That's your top 5 coming into the party as Gunbox rotates around. Here comes the Glue as well. But Jahan tries to find all these members of OMR guys. But he's going in for the rebound on the wrong direction. He might just be blocked out, but there's the Glue wall right in between. Monster Truck running past as well. And here comes the Jahan trying to trade back. Brings out those shotguns. And IND will be able to secure that killing spree in the back. And IND, we're talking about 6 kills, make that total of 14. They just took out about half of the population in a sense.
I have to admit, OMR guys is going to be staying real strong in this tournament right now. But although there are 2 members left, but they definitely showed their dominance in the tournament right now. Supercut guys, I really want to praise that play because he used the tractor, like the monster truck, to like distract one of the members. Like he didn't know what was coming for him, because right now we can see X Result is hiding beside the wall, and I think OMR guys is spawning out guys. Oh yeah, guys, there's right there X Result. Taken out.
This guy's just a hunter, and he's so ruthless. He possibly already sensed every single one of all these footsteps coming in the way, and there's nowhere you could possibly hide from him. Then that's only Jens left from the side of Dark Phoenix, and they're just trying to survive for the time being. We'll see Samba getting chopped down to pieces as Tonkatua will have their final member wiped away.
And Dark Phoenix gets eliminated from off screen, so we have 2 teams left alive. It's a 3v2 situation right now. Glow Wall gets popped up by guys. So right now, OMR guys, he's gonna be knowing where the Quality Brats members are. Right now, Meng is popping a Glow Wall right there, so everyone is gonna be pushing in. But right now, guys making good play, jumping out. Grenades dropped out. Oh my gosh, Shotgun gets put out, gets one. Right now, pops the Glow Wall to reduce some damage being dealt to him. Right now, 2 Glow Walls are right ahead. 1 member gets knocked down. Oh my god, right now, guys get taken out. It's all up to Super Gut guys with 8 HP left. Can he make this clutch?
Booyah, and he's all by himself. Supercut's just running for his life, heading in towards the facility, and he's trying to pump in some meds before all these grenades just gonna go right into the wall. He needs to run for his life, and he's just gonna go in for the charge while he's getting surrounded by the rest of QB. Now, 1 versus 3. It's going to be pretty difficult to pull off, but I've seen this before. He could possibly clutch this one, but QB having man down below.
So right now, Supercut guys is gonna be crouch walking and jumping off from the building, from the compound. Right now he spots out 1. Oh, all the members of Quality Brats spots him, but pops out the Glow Wall, so nothing much damage going up. But Circle is shrinking. They gotta push Supercut guys in a really tough, difficult position right now. Oh, we can see he takes down 1. He takes down 2. He's been dodging shots. Pops up the Glow Wall right now. Oh my god, OMR guys gets taken out from the game, and that's a booyah to Quality Brats.
Quality Brats walks away with the numbers advantage, and that's a huge blow coming in. But OMR were stealing the show with a total of 16 kills. In that final moment, he tried his best, but Quality Brats secure 6 kills and a booyah. But OMR has more points. Look at that, 150 for the winners in this round, but 340 in the hands of all of these members of OMR guys. But the rest of the members definitely played pretty well. Cream Boss in the top 5 as well, followed by Puaka, Hatu Bajang, Task Force NY, as well as Eclipse coming in at 9th place. And Sad to say that we have one team that did not participate, which is Squad Titan, and unfortunately they will not be joining for the rest of the day. But this is our match number 2 concluded, and we gotta congratulate Quality Brats for taking this win. And my oh my, this is just pure skills coming in from OMR guys, and nobody can deny that. Like, look at how efficient they were going on those hunts.
Yeah, like no doubt, like OMR guys and Quality Brats, right, they've been doing their aggressive plays here and now throughout the map, but I have to, like, hands down, we have to give credits to OMR guys. Even 2 man left standing, they still fight, they still continue to stay in the compound, hold down the positions, and well, the numbers game did pull out in the end, but definitely like, we'll give a big salute over to OMR guys.
That's right, and of course, they possibly will be leading the pack, but let's talk a bit more on the winners right here, Quality Brats, because they have great rotations. We saw them starting off real slow at first, and then they were getting themselves in towards those early to mid-game trade-offs, and when the time comes towards the final zone, over down towards the central area, that's where they managed to ramp up a little bit more of those kills. And down towards the final few action there, of course, it was all centered around OMR because they were literally that good. But we got to catch those highlights to bring you all the action for game number 2. So without further ado, let's take in towards the rerolls.
So right now we can see on the first highlights, we can see Kalate getting real unfortunate right here. Gunbox spots out 2 members of Kalate army, is going to be swimming on under the bridge and gets taken out instantly. And we can see Puaka right here using the DMR, tapping away on 56 force, and there's nothing much you can do.
Yeah, Team Puaka, they have their members scattered across, and in that sort of section, we saw Reba going in for that sort of charge, and he did not even know Dr. Phoenix's members are all down below. And for Dr. Phoenix is that they already got sold them from the start all the way up to the finish, which is how they achieved the top 3. Quality Bats took up a lot of all those early trade-offs right outside the safe zone, and that's where they got the huge lead, taking off Dr. Tua as well as the rest of Boyka's squad. But OMR guys, this is where it all started, as they managed to ramp up that high kill volume of the game. When everything emerges down Fire Brigade, this is where it gets interesting. A lot of all the other teams had to come from the north, west, as well as the east, while there's about 3 teams that's already inside the zone. Well, OMR have a whole lot of all those long-range action going on, and this is an open field that we're talking about. This is what they really have to care about. It's our purgatory. Well, Dark Phoenix have a couple of good traits right inside this facility, but eventually OMR came in and wiped them out.
Yeah, right now we can see Task Force NY is like the amount of display of the skill, but gets taken out by Genji guys right here. And this is the play you want to see. Look at guys, just pushing in with super cut guys. Look at this. This is be pushing out, putting the last glow wall play, and this might actually like disturb a little bit. There's a little bit of confusion, but right now we can see guys getting out because of their own glow wall. Like he's gonna be stuck in the middle right there. So there's a lot of space being worked out by Quality Brats, and here is the game-ending part for the Booyah and Spaghetti guys. Really unfortunate with the numbers game. A 1v3 with the glow wall as well popped to like force him to move away from them and actually blocking them out. So that, like, this is what kind of glow wall plays I want to see.
That's right, and it was also because the safe zone zooming in towards the streets. That's where he has to force the move, and that's how Game 2 concluded with the victory going over to Quality Brats. Now, we're going to go in for some quick water break, and when we come back, we're going to bring you game number 3 back into Bermuda we go.
we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Free Fire Sea Championships. And my name is Shadow, and joined by me today is Contra. So, a little bit of recap on match number 2.
Well, recap on match number 2. It's Quality Brats taking that Booyah, and they really took it all the way. They managed to even bring down the ones leading the charts. That's OMR guys, securing a whopping 16 kills. And even Quality Brats, they walk away with that sort of a 6-kill advantage, but it's really hard to actually topple what all these members from OMR guys actually have on the table. But a lot of all these teams are still chasing up, and I believe that we do have the standings coming up shortly to actually break down a little bit more of those points that they managed to secure. And we really got to thank you guys for joining in and tuning in today, because we understand today's of course a public holiday. Of course, it's already the weekend, so everyone's really in the mood because Monday's gonna be a public holiday.
Yeah, Monday's gonna be public holiday. Everyone is gonna be chilling out on the couch, watching some television, or maybe even watching some esports tournaments going on. So, well, without further ado, we'll scoreboards. I think we'll still be calculating for a little bit. Not it's gonna be shown right now, but. Well, as we can see, Quality Brats really showed a really dominant, some sort of dominant approach on game 2. But then, OMR guys, like you said, a whopping 14 kills.
Yeah.
Second place. Although it's second place, but the 14 kills, I think it managed to pull them back up a little bit because of the kill points. But kill points does matter, guys. So it placement points, yes, it matters. Like first, second, third is a big difference. But if you manage to get those kill points back, it will eventually be even.
Yeah, it definitely will be even up eventually. But when we look into how a lot of all the other players actually played out inside of Purgatory, I felt like there was a lot of areas that I expected them to actually drop, especially towards the central zone. A lot of them loiter around the corners. Of course, the earliest sort of kills that we managed to spot out was Team Kalate dropping out too early in the game inside of Moat House, where they were lootless to begin with, and that's where some of the members of Booyah managed to secure that. Now, let's have a look into the standings right now, as we've already had 2 matches concluded. And over on the top, we see a total 25 kills coming from OMR guys, leading the pack with 555 points, followed by Team Eclipse Neutron coming in with a total of 243.
Yeah, this is what I've talked about. This is the scoreboards that we're talking about, because yes, placement points does matter, but right now we can see Quality Brats and Criminal Boss is gonna be a 3-point difference right there, because if they manage to get round 4, if they get the top 5 situation, if we get into a top 5 situation with a decent amount of kills, 6 to 7 kills, they might eventually get back on to the second. They might get a chance to even get second place, but right now we can see OMR guys leading the pack with astonishing 210 points.
Yeah, 210 points right there is just going to be a huge one that we're talking about. And I think that Eclipse Neutron definitely will be able to chase up with a game or 2 coming into the back. Criminal Boss, Quality Brats, Tokatua, the Booyah will make up the top 6, while Semboy, Dark Phoenix, as well as Jura's Army, they have some good trades here and there, but we haven't really seen too much coming out from Hantu Bajang as well as Glata Army Saiyan. That's a little bit unfortunate, as we see they're on those low kill numbers. And when we talk about the kill volumes, you can see the stark difference. We don't want to compare OMR guys, don't we? Now, let's compare Eclipse Neutron, because Eclipse Neutron, they match 11 kills on game number 1, and placement points are pretty decent as well, and they got a total of 243. They played strategically, and those are cumulative kills throughout 2 rounds. So in an average, Eclipse Neutron managed to secure about 5 to 6 kills. So every single round, if you get that sort of consistency, it'll bring you further and further going in towards the final few rounds.
Yeah, but right now as we recap the scoreboards, I think Tokatua will definitely have a chance to climb back up on the leaderboards, but they gotta as I said, Battle Royale is a game that you can't be too aggressive and can't be too passive. They gotta play it out how
play to your strengths.
Yeah, play to your strengths. If you know that you have enough meds, so you gotta play passively. Don't engage in so much fights. You can tank a circle a little bit, but don't tank too much. But if you have enough weapons and firepower, enough attachments on your gun already, I suggest you go full out.
Yeah, definitely going in with that sort of balance. But we'll talk about a lot of all those lootings. There's also what me and my friends will call the loot goblins. Like you hop every single item that you manage to see. Oh, a grenade. Oh, glue walls. Everything like hundreds and hundreds of bullets of things just gets packed up inside the back. But I believe that all these professional players, they know how to utilize those storage system, and if things get even worse, you could possibly pick Paloma, not worry about all these sort of bullet clogging up the inventory in that sense. Now, we're talking about all these players. I see a lot of them relies heavily on taking things like dash, and of course armor specialties is something that is being utilized a lot as well, coming from Andrew's abilities. Not only that, I love to see a lot of all these players also utilizing sharpshooter, which is introduced not too long ago. I felt like Laura's ability definitely helps a lot when you zoom in, coming out with that 30% accuracy on that scope. That's definitely going to be huge when you get those headshots.
Yeah, especially like kind of imagine like you can do it on a sniper, like increases 30% accuracy. I doubt that you can land the headshot because it's 30% increased accuracy. But I'm trying to see, like, I don't see much Raphael because Raphael has the skill called what do you call it? Deadly, like the silent killer.
Oh,
as you can see, silent killer. You know, when you shoot an enemy, you don't get revealed. So, like, if those teams are kind of be approaching on the passive side of the game, they can choose Raphael as an option. But as you can see, like, Iron Will is gonna be playing out a lot on this game. So, I'm curious to see what other players are trying to do because it's round 3.
Yeah.
So there are 3 more rounds left in today's qualifiers. So, well, we'll just have to see how this players play out because it's unexpected.
That's right. As we will head in towards our third match of the day, let's head in towards the game real soon as we'll take flight back into Bermuda we go. Let's head in towards our flight as we'll see the flight path coming in our way shortly.
So right now we can see here on the beautiful map of Bermuda, we can see the flight path is starting off towards the southeast side, towards Renam Village, all the way towards the riverside and the mill. So now you can see early team drop-offs. We can see Team Dark Phoenix is being dropped out, heading to Observatory and Hangar most possibly. Right now you can see all the other teams are dropping out early as well.
Tokatua's coming at it for a little bit of a revenge kill. I think that they're up to something here. They headed towards Observatory. 3 teams going up towards the northwest side. While over at Central Zone, we see a lot of all these teams heading towards the peak as Quality Brats, the champions of the previous round, the ones that walk away with the Booyah, will be contesting some of all these teams. And inside Observatory is going to be a total chaos round, but Jura's Army already getting a little bit of that action coming right there. Well, 11 teams in this huge map. They're just already hunting for the kills, but Dark Phoenix don't really have much of weapons as they see a couple of bullet shots coming in the way, coming from the side of Jans, but Hatu Bajang having Jimbus over the back as well, getting surrounded by the members of Jura's Army, and Jura's Army will take one down, and that will be the first blood coming in, and Demons will be securing the kill. So, for that, that's a little bit of a spray down there, as Iza will be the next one to fall. Jura's Army loses one. Well, we see just having a lot more firepower coming with Bendik as well.
Yeah, Apex jumps right out with a solve instantly. Right now you can see Pening from Hantu Bajang is moving away from the fight already. Right now you can see, oh my god, Bendik just punches out that guy. That's a little small little disrespect right there. But you can see Pening is gonna be tagged out by the side of Jura's Army right there. So right now, early in the game, 9 teams left already. So this is a fast game, I can see right here. Yeah. I can see, Quality Brats, Ali King is gonna be being shot down by guys right here. It's a little bit of revenge right here.
We got the pistol and fighting a FAMAS. I'm not sure if he's gonna pull this one off, but it's gonna be a tall order. We're talking about Demons already back up, getting himself that 1 kill, but they've already lost Meng along the sort of the challenges that they had. And here comes I King just hiding right behind. Will definitely fall down because there's just way too much of a damage being output coming out from the side of OMR, guys. And sad to say, it's only a pistol that he has.
Yeah, and we can see OMR, guys, is heading out for revenge right here, instantly contesting the spot with Quality Brats. Right now, we can see guys, getting one member of Quality Brats down very low already, so it's a 2v3 situation. Deed and Demo gotta be careful right here, all in the compound. So right now, guys, he's pushing forward with 96 HP. He's gonna be rushing in.
He's just gonna be making sure that his health hits up to 200 before they approach this sort of a fight. They know that there's about 2 members right up top, but the moment that demons hop right outside, that's where Aiko punishes him and already got this one out of the way. And Quality Rats, they might walk away with Booyah, but OMR says, you're not gonna walk away after taking me down in the previous game.
Yeah, like they I think they should. I think this is redemption right here. They'd be like, this is my Booyah. So right now we can see Boss Remba is going to be facing 2 members on the side. Blue is getting tagged out very low. Right now Remba is going to be shot down. Remba pops the glow wall right in time. He gets taken out. Right now we can see 56 Force dropping very low already. He's going to be backing off. So as we can see, Bala gets taken out himself by Mariku instantly. That's a double kill heading off over there. So right now we can see 6 teams left alive right now. Like, this is a fast game right here. Everyone's contesting every spot. Every team is going to be playing so aggressive to this point. Yeah. There'll be 6 teams left.
Yeah, and we're talking about the early points of the game. I could not really process this right now. I do apologize for my fumbling of words, but 6 teams in just less than 5 minutes that we're talking about here. Like,
and look at the map.
This is a huge area of play, and the moment that we started off the game, we've already had 3 teams inside Observatory, and now that it's zooming into his clock tower, the next potential fight that we were about to see is possibly from Chura's army going against Katua, because they're not too far away. One's at Hangar, another is at clock tower, and Peak is going to be having a little bit of that sort of a quiet moment right there. And there are still a lot of areas where the safe zone could potentially end up. But any sort of predictions coming from you?
I think Dark Phoenix might have a chance to pull this off, but they are down to 2 members already, and the circle is shrinking, and the circle is definitely not in favor of Dark Phoenix right here, because circle is shrinking towards the north side already. We can see Team Tokadua. Arip is gonna be still looting up. Chura's army is gonna be looting up as well near Clock Tower, and I think if OMR guys catch up and moves into the circle just in time, if they have enough info on where the other teams are, I think OMR guys are gonna be taking the game immediately, because
a little bit too soon to tell.
Yeah, a little bit too soon.
They definitely had some really great performances throughout this whole run, but Chura's army is still a contender that could potentially take out some of all these close range combats that we're talking about. But when it comes to long range trade-offs, I felt like they need a little bit more work on that. Well, it's going to be a little bit of a standstill for the time being. Now, well, let's talk about some of these sort of approach of fights that they went in with in the early stages inside of Observatory. Like, the ones that's securing the middle area where the township is at, that's where they managed to
right now, Contra, look at right here. Arip is going to be taken out by Iza, but Iza gets traded back. But Iza takes out one of the members of the Chura's army already. But now Tokatua responds. Somban is going to be dropping half HP already. Iza is knocked out. Apex is going to be attempting for the save right here. But now, as you can see, Team 11 is moving up. And Megat is slowly going to choke out Choji. But right now, a grenade lands out. Apex gets chucked down to 50 HP. It takes one member of Chura's army out, but right now Megat is gonna be chipped out a little bit right here.
Yeah, and that frag grenade managed to actually flush them off, although there is some of the walls being brought up, and from the side of Apex, he managed to go in for some looting. Well, Somban's just gonna face off against Majahat, and that is Katua getting removed from play, while Krinvas is joining into the party as well. Chura's army only having 2 members left. Megat's falling real low, and it's all up to Apex. He's just gonna go in to recuperate what's going to happen right now, because there is a lot of room for him to play around, and he does not need to take this fight. He's all alone, and Megat's nowhere to be seen. He's all the way towards the back, and if he falls right here, it's impossible for Mega to provide him enough support. And if that ever happens, Mega will just flee away.
Yeah, but right now, just now, as of now, I think Apex took out one member of Crimbos right here. He gets him knocked out, but I think he's get picked up right now. But as we can see, Chris
UAV
Apex, yeah, UAV is gonna be going around over there. But right now, Apex spots are not shooting just yet, but takes up Panjahat already. Right now, Panjahat dropping low, trying to finish him, but Apex just gets knocked out.
Yeah, we see Marku just coming in for the support play, and that's killed secure. While Panjahat already getting those armor being chipped off a little bit. Has not too much to worry about, but we talk about Chur's Army having a little bit of that great close quarter combat, but when it comes down to this, they're going to fall flat, and at least they managed to secure a top 5 finish. Only 4 teams left alive, and you see the guys coming from Gunbox securing those 5 kills. This is just going to be pretty important for them to actually secure that top 1 spot, because whoever wins this, and at the end of the day, they will possibly head in towards the finals, which will be happening in Closely Mall on the 15th. And some of all these teams will be invited to play in the Free Fire Asia Invitationals, which will happen next week itself.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Like, everyone wants to like get a chance to represent their own country and go compete overseas with the best of the best internationally. So we can see Gunbox is gonna be moving towards to Clock Tower right here, but the danger zone is there, so they might want to be cautious right here. They don't want to get blown up right there.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a rookie mistake if you get blown up by the zone, but seems like it subsided. But well, I would say that Panjahat for the past couple of rounds have been performing real well, and Rembat this time around walks out with a total of 3 kills, which is real huge. He's just gonna blow up some of all these oil cans that he managed to spot out, while OMR guys very consistent as usual.
Yeah, but three members only. One of the members got taken off by one of the members of Call You Brats in the early contest of one of the areas right there. But right now, Circle is shrinking towards to Clock Tower side, so everyone's gotta move right here. We can see OMR guys is gonna be staying around factory side. They spot sound an A crate right there.
Yeah, they could definitely go in for the crate, and there's just so much space that they could potentially roam around without worrying of getting caught. And if they were to get caught, the rest of the members are close enough to actually provide assistance. Now, we're looking in towards the Clock Tower. This is going to be the central area that we're talking about, where the side of Gunbox, they could just look around over the left as well as the right. They may be able to actually spot out some sort of rotation coming in from the other teams. And Team Eclipse, they were on 2nd place. So when we look into the tables, and they're looking to secure a better position, though they didn't really get too much of a kill. I think that at least being in the top 4, it already secured quite a number for themselves. But right out in the open, team number 8 is just going to be getting themselves occupied, because OMR guys right inside of the factories.
Yeah, I think that Team Eclipse has no idea as OMR guys is right around nearby, because they're slowly pushing up right there. Game Ashraf's gotta be careful, because he's pushing up too fast right here, like without his teammates. And guys, he's gonna be doing out some recon right here. I think he spots out the members from Gunbox already. I think guys is gonna be preparing himself for a fight right there. Right now, Rainbow is crossing over the half wall. He's gonna be slowly picking out a pixel. Will he see it? Oh my god. He gets chipped out, pops a glow up instantly, dropping to 42 HP left. He gets surrounded by Gunbox.
Here comes the flank coming from Panjahat as well. There is just going to be way too much of a pressure coming through, but there's a little bit of distraction coming in from the side of OMR, and they are taking this fight head on. Panjahat going in for the flank. IND still has the wall, but he will be chunking down some health coming in. Genji tries to run him over, but it's just not going to be working out at all. Rembut's coming in, marching right through as Aiko tries to take them out. That's a double in the hands, and Panjahat still not managing to survive. Then this is just going to be in some close corner action, and that's 200 health getting taken off. He's falling down flat, and Gunbox is going to wipe away most of these members coming in from OMR, guys.
This is what I want to see. Gunbox showing definition of like team play right there. Great coordination coming out. Although like OMR guys try to distract them with the car, but they commit to what they want to do. Right now we can see Genji, guys. He's gonna be chipped down to 90 HP left. He's the only member remaining on OMR, guys. But if he gets taken around there, but Global gets popped right now. Give him a shot.
Going in for the kill, but instead getting all those shotguns right across. Instead, Genji, guys, managed to secure 1 kill in the bag. Oh my goodness, he's alone, but he managed to still clutch it out. And Eclipse having Abamio trying to trade this one off. The Gulaw's gonna block the pathway, and he's gonna rotate around. Then over and back, Gunbo joins in the party as well.
But right now we can see Abimio 77 running for his slide because he's 33 HP left. Boss Gopal is going to be scouting and he's going to be chasing him down because he knows he is super low. He can get a chance to get a kill right here. But right now, as of right now, we can see Boss Penjahat is going to be peeking around the corner. Day 77, you got to be careful. Global is going to be protecting you that long.
Oh my goodness. Here comes the nades being lopped out. Flash bang over on the side of Gopal. But instead, Penjahat's going to rush right forward. He's just trying to juggle between both of these parties, and he's still surviving for so long, taking down Gopal to really low. But here comes Abamio from the back as well, trying to go in for the kills, and this might just be it. But with only 20 HP, he managed to secure the kill, and that's a shutdown towards the side of Eclipse. And this will be Eclipse just surrounding all these members and just wiping them all clean.
This is the final showdown right here. 2 teams, 4 alive. It's 2v2 situation. Whoever has the advantage will get the Booyah right here. As of right now, we can see Abimio 77 is going to be healing up right now. And 2 teams are going to be looking across each other right now. And the circle is pushing in. Day 77 and Abimio is going to be moving away already. They're going to be pushed up by the circle. I think Dark Phoenix spots them out right here because they're moving out in the open.
Yeah, I think that Dark Phoenix definitely have the best of clues on where the shots all came from. But not really for Eclipse. They really have to hunt around. They don't have a single clue where exactly DPX is going to be at. And it's a 2v2 that we're talking about here. DPX could easily just walk in towards the next safe zone over on towards the north side. But over on the side of the factory, this is something to worry about coming from the side of Eclipse, because the moment that they cut across, it's going to be dead obvious that they are going to be walking by the streets. And DPX, they might not have much of the kills, but they do have the sort of advantage if they want to go for it. But that's going to be a monster truck right in front of them. Will they pick it up? Will they charge right in? It's time to find out. Result does hop right inside. And this might just be that sort of bait and switch sort of movements coming in from the side of DPX. But I think they do have a clue that they're just over about factories, and here comes the clip.
Yep, Day 77 spots our X-Rizal tagging some shots right onto X-Rizal as well. Right now, Day 77 is going to be popping up a global and slowly getting to cover right here because the circle is shrinking down right into combat. Right now, X-Yans is going to be hopping up it onto the monster truck with X-Rizal right here. Will they do it? No, he's going to be hesitating himself right here. I think he's telling the teammate to ditch the monster truck, or might even tell him to go it alone so he can bait out where the remaining teammates are. But right now we can see Day 77 landing some shots, 24, 24, 48 HP already, but he ditches the monster truck but hides in the cover. But as of right now, Eclipse has the upper advantage. They have the building, the circle is on them. Dark Phoenix in a really sticky situation right now.
They're getting pinned down by Day 77, and there's no way they can possibly march right in. They do have the Groza in handle. Well, yes, he comes himself with the Scar. Well, this is a tall order for them to run right across. And I wonder why they did not actually continue with the person inside the monster truck, because they could potentially crash into the house and choke up the fight. But now that they're being stuck outside, they still have the zone for a little bit more, but how can they potentially do? Abamio trying some long-range shots, takes down the Gulag from the side of DPX Rizal as well, but Day is still inside of the walls, and he's got the M249 to work with. Well, you see Abamio getting chunked down. There's only the wall. He's getting brought down to 50%, and if he falls, there's no assistance coming in from the side of Day 77, and they are going closer and closer for the win.
Right now, Jans is gonna be tagged out. Drops down by Day 77. One member alive from Dark Phoenix. Both of them pops on the glow wall. Day 77 is gonna. X-Rizal gets finished off by one of the members. Right now, Grenade gets popped out, and there's a Booyah for Team Eclipse. Oh, I'm speechless right there.
That is huge.
Yeah, that happened so fast.
Huge. Well, definitely it was a great run because Day 77 picked off most of these members that are trying to cut across. And I talked about that monster truck that they tried to bring to the table. It was just going to be great. Well, we see Dark Phoenix coming in second place while Gunbox walks away with 8 kills, being one of the highest of the game so far. OMR falling short a little bit more on 4th place, Churros Army on 5th, while Gatua walks away with 68 points as Task Force MY is a little bit more with those kills being secured. And that is all for match number 3. Now, we see that 2v2 action in that final round, and it was quite a distance between some of all these members. Well, I felt like it was a little bit more complex for the members coming from the back of Dark Phoenix to actually take this fight head onwards. And like we saw, like blue walls were expanded, but was destroyed almost instantaneously because Day 77 could easily just pop himself up and say, hey, I got the AK, I can spray you down. And it doesn't matter if you have a Groza. Like, you don't really want to be in that sort of position. And they were just stuck behind a rock and a hard place, literally.
Yeah, I think there was some miscommunication going on the side of Team Dark Phoenix because, as like you said, they had a monster truck. They could use it as the advantage as well. Like, yes, you got attacked a little bit shot, but it's a risk worth taking because you might just, as you said, bang into the building straight, crash it in, drop down, and just get the compound for yourself. Like both of them 2v1. If you trade it, like if you get traded, and it's a 1v1 situation, but you have the compound, you have the advantage, you have the building, but the members from the side of Team Eclipse will be stuck outside from the field, but nothing less than glow walls. There's nothing much you can do because if you push in, you can get shot easily. Then glow wall or what? You can just get tagged.
Yeah, I mean, like they definitely have some of these abilities like dash, just giving a little bit of that movement speed boost when you actually go in for the run, and they even drop down some of these weapons just to potentially have that sort of burst of speed that they could potentially work with, but it's just an open field, pretty much straight up. But we saw members of the previous Booyah winners right there just getting taken off, and it was really unfortunate for Team QB where they just fall flat early against OMR, and OMR exacted revenge when it mattered the most. And though they did lose one guy out, it still didn't really affect them way too much. OMR managed to secure that top 4 finish, while we see Churros Army getting there a little bit more, but they were in the top 5, top 6 as well. And eventually they will potentially make their way in towards maybe top 4 and top 3, to put it in a way. But now that we're halfway through some of our matchups, what were your favorite moments of the game so far?
My favorite moment? It would be the moment where there's 5 teams around Observatory.
Oh, that
was a hell of a party.
Game. Yeah, that was quite sick to actually spectate, and I'm pretty sure all our producers right there was having a fun time, like zooming in towards all of that. So let's have a look into the highlights for match number 3. And well, we got a whole lot to talk about. Starting off real strong. It's going to be OMR once again. And there were a lot of fights all across different regions, especially towards Northwest. That's where the 3 teams are inside of Observatory, as we mentioned. And Hantu Bajang, as much as he get the knock first, it was the members of OMR to secure first blood.
Yeah, right now we can see Quality Breads getting picked out early already. Guys dropping very low. Just with the pistol. And Eco guys just takes it out with the farmers. And Demon is hiding well, but he gets taken as well. But right now, Boss Rembat is going to be pushing up onto Tino Revive right here. Blues and 56 Force, they got nothing much to do. You see Tax Force just refrags his teammate right here, but nothing much he can do. And this one, Trust Army.
Oh yeah, is it definitely put up a great show in those close combats while Mega tries to take down members of Tokatua inside the house, and this is where DP have that sort of advantage. They were playing really passively, and lucky enough, eventually the circle will definitely go around it, but Cream Boss managed one of the flank of the years that I might call it, because they surrounded OMR guys, took down the guys over the top side of the leaderboards, and Aiko, he could only hold so much of these firepower.
Yeah, and look at, we can see right there, Crib Boss finishing out of the side. Right there, you can see, jumps up the shotgun, jukes left and right. But in the end, Genji guys with the upper hand with the jukes and left and right takes out one of the remaining members. And right now we can see this Abimio flanking out to Genji guys, but there's nothing we can. He gets pinched into the glow walls.
Yeah, and you can see Gopal just casually say, okay, hey, I heard that you've been trying to secure those kills. I'm not going to let that happen. Well, Gopal went in for the flank against Day, but look at how they juggled this. Like, he went rotating, and they were just hiding behind his crate for the longest of trades, and they, as much as he got knocked, the rest of his allies have just joined in the party, and Abamio comes across from the back to take them down just in time and still manage to save Day 77 on the floor.
Yeah, right now on this highlight, we can see that this is the play that you highlighted. Like, they had the monster truck on the advantage, and as you can see, Abimio 77 having the high ground advantage. Yes, it's enough, but if they really have the monster truck that's being used on the field, they might have the advantage back, because you might crash in the building and get your advantages on the compound, and you can see he gets taken out midway. The glow walls ain't gonna help you.
Yeah, that was some epic showdown coming in, and of course, Eclipse walked away with the very first Booyah of the day. And of course, Merdeka Day, it's definitely an auspicious occasion as we all celebrate Hari Merdeka, our 62nd Independence Day. Now, me and Banjo, well, of course, Shadow Banjo, will be taking a little bit of a breather, as you guys could potentially get yourselves a little bit of snacks, as we'll head into its short break. And when we come back, we'll give you match number 4.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. were programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, today's a really special day. It's Hari Madeka. I hope you guys are, of course, having your waves all flying high over your homes or in your cars or anywhere at all. Always be proud to be a Malaysian. And of course, for those of you guys who are non-Malaysians who are also watching the stream, of course, we are welcoming you to the Free Fire Southeast Asia Championship. My name is Contra. This is Shadow Banjo, bringing you all the matchups. And we're now down to game number 4. And of course, you guys know that in 1958, Ministry of Agriculture proposed a few flowers. And of course, we're talking about flowers here. They managed to select, of course, our national flower right there, the Bunga Raya, to be the official sort of emblem for our Malaysian sort of team.
Yeah, all flower proposed, and finally the one got proposed is the hibiscus. That is a really special flower to like us Malaysians. Like it represents our country as well. So definitely like 62 years of independence. Like it's been a while. Like last time I remember Independence Day where I celebrated was the 53rd something. 52.
You must be living in the cave for the longest times.
I've been living in the cave.
True gamer right here.
Yeah, true gamer. So right now we're gonna head on to the scoreboards that's been tallied by our production crew right here. We can see. Right. First on the leaderboard is gonna be definitely OMR guys with a whopping 684 points with total 31 kills. It equals to 620 points, followed by Eclipse Neutron, who is the Booyah, like one of the recently crowned the Booyah teams on round number 4, and with a whopping 393 points, and following down by Criminal Boss. Like those two teams, they definitely can catch up. Like Criminal Boss can catch up to Eclipse Neutron right here. With I think they just need to like place themselves more often in top 5 situation and get some decent kills, 6-7 kills in game.
Yeah, I guess like Tokatua is really chasing up as well. Like each kill gets you about 20 points, and with that sort of 20 point, you could possibly jump up and hit in towards the top 3 brackets in that sense. While we're looking at quality bats just falling off a little bit more, and Chura's Army starting to rake a whole lot more of kills when we're talking to the 6th place right here. They're currently sitting at 214, but if they were to chase OMR guys, they really need to buckle up and make sure to put on their A game every single round. Semboy, the Puaka, as well as Dark Phoenix is also getting themselves a lot more kills as compared to the previous round. But Hantu Bajang, Galate Army Saiyan, not really getting all too much of all those advantage. But Galate, as we saw in Purgatory in the previous time, they got taken out relatively early, and I hope that this time around they get a little bit more of that airtime as well as some of those highlights that we saw for a lot of all the other teams.
Yeah, as like I think Latte Army is a little bit unfortunate in terms of loot with the RNG system, like basically RNG, like really unfortunate for the team, but
that makes it fun.
Yeah, but they had some fun. They're trying to like pull out the different strategies and stuff, but it didn't work out as they planned. But right now we're gonna jumping into the game soon, so we're gonna be heading on to game number 5 of the C Championship qualifiers, and yeah, well, game is going to be loaded in right now. As we can see right now on the map, from Ski Lodge is going to be heading over towards Quarry, a very central side of flight path towards Purgatory. And we're going to see,
Chura's Army immediately flowing out alongside with Boss. Now, this is a huge news. I mean, we're talking about teams that are desperate for points, battling it all out, and what better way to duke it all inside of the Ski Lodge. While we see over the Central Zone having a lot more of that sort of territory being occupied by OMR guys, and HB is just going to float all the way down below as well. Tokatua inside of Forge is going to have a lot of zip lines that they could potentially work with. Chura's Army not having much of a weapon at all. Just going in for the reloads of the shotgun. I got the MP40 as well, going in for the spray as Bendek goes in for the charge. Imole taking 2 down.
Oh, Chura's Army is starting out strong right here, taking out first blood already. Iza is going to be taking first blood. Rambat is going to be knocked out, getting finished off by Pendek over here, and Mariku is going to be running away for now.
3 kills in the back. And, well, Mariku, definitely has nothing to do in the ski lodge anymore. He says, okay, I'm getting the hell out of here. And what do we have inside this compound as we see Hantu Bajang rotating right across it as they are taking on Puaka squad. Over the back, we see Jimbus taking out the pistol, and immediately going in for those sprays on that AK as well. Bajang just trying to actually find them all inside the house, and Eject will fall next. Well, early in towards these 5 minutes, there's always some sort of battles that will ensue, and Lucky Bird, he's only got that 1 dot of health, and well, I can't pronounce his name, but he managed to survive.
Yeah, right now, Anguski Puaka Ibut is going to be spraying down some of the members of Hantu Bajang. Is going to be taking a car and slowly drive away because he is the only sole survivor of the Puakas right here. Hantu Bajang swinging out strong with 3 kills. Definitely is going to be putting themselves right in a good spot in the leaderboards if they manage to get in the top 5 situation. But they definitely have to utilize it. Oh, right now we can see Puaka is driving straight into Kalate Army Contra.
Oh, this is going to be rough. I mean, he spots out Sapik, but is he going to crash right into it though? Like, he's possibly going to go in for this attempt as we see shotguns being fired at him as Army say, as Sapik did a little bit of taps on the MP5, but nothing substantial so far. So he's just going to go on that real long drive, and at least he knows that there's some enemies around, so he will potentially just head off to some different sort of areas.
Yeah, Ibut is going to be driving off away, and Kalate Army getting some sort of... And right now, on the right side, right side on the corner of the screen right here, there's a code for the first 100 people who redeem the code. As we're going to see a bridge battle right here contra. Oh, Ibut gets taken out by Quality Brats, and that's an unfortunate case right there.
Yeah, he's just gonna go for the drive-bys. I mean, I see this one coming, and there's just not much that they could potentially run. And about the code, there's a weapon voucher as well as a Moon Follows Gunbox. Make sure you guys pop that code right in because only 100 of you will be walking with this. So the quickest one will definitely walk away with that one. But if you guys miss out on this code, there's a chance for you guys to still walk away with more vouchers as well as boxes by sharing the stream. Of course, it will reach our target viewership, and in that sense, you guys, everybody will possibly walk away with all these sort of freebies right there. So make sure you guys watch throughout the rest of the tournament because this is just Group E that we're talking about. Group Echo definitely having a lot of great showing. We still have Group F that's coming up next while we see this circle loitering around the central south side as well as the east, and there's a whole lot of a coverage zone as we see campsite being one of the main territories being covered up in this first couple of phases of the game.
I certainly love how Kalate Army Saya is playing right now, splitting up on the areas of Fire Brigade, covering more areas around the map and slowing with the recon. And right now we can see Fansly is going to be panning around and running around right there, but oh, he's going to be running up towards Hantu Bajang, and Hantu Bajang might spawn some Kalate Army players out right here.
Oh, this is going to be rough. I mean, Team Kalate, they haven't really secured a single kill throughout the whole run that they have for today, and I'm pretty sure that they're pretty starved out and they need to be really desperate on those kill attempts, and you gotta try it no matter what, because when we're talking about Free Fire here, there's no such thing as, you know, camp to win. Like, eventually you have to take fights, and when you do, you know, the most teams that potentially are trigger happy tends to actually get those advantages.
Like Task Force, we can see they're playing really smart here. They're getting as much high ground as possible right now in certain areas of the map. And like as we can see, Jans from Dark Phoenix is doing the same thing, but he's gonna be moving away because he knows for a fact that Circle is shrinked away from him, and his team from Dark Phoenix is going to be moving towards the Circle right now. They don't want to get stuck outside the Circle because, yes, like if you have Gluttony available, you can still stay outside from the zone, but it's not going to help you out that much because the zone would chip your damage off. Like if let's say if you have enough meds, Right, the meds ain't gonna help you out that much because
Oh,
circles
yeah.
will still hurt. It's gonna be taking a lot of damage throughout the phases of the circle. And Hantu Bajang is still scouting out for Klate Army. Right now, Klate Army is gonna be a little bit of pickle right here.
Oh yeah, then speaking of that, immediately going in for those takedown. Jambus just immediately takes down at the moment that you speak of it. So that's some great call coming in from Shadow Banjo as we see Klate Army say having some blue walls being popped up, but there's way too much of a cross-section of the bullets flying towards their way, while Sapik is just trying to trade back, only having 13% of health left. While Hantu Bajang trying to find a little bit of room to possibly put this one off. It really finds 2 member off, trying to take down Sapik as well as Takim, but he will try to land in this one. 1 down, 2 more to go, as Sapik's trading back as well, only having a little bit left, but instead, it will be him that's getting taken away by the side of Sapik.
This is what I'm talking about right here. So, like, in these kind of situations, you gotta play smart. You gotta think of the situation around you right now. As you can see, Klate Army is gonna be finishing the players off, and Hantu Bajang, 1 member alive, is gonna be taken out. Shutdown going there. So, Hantu Bajang, sorry to say you're out of the game. So, like, Klate Army really played that smart, but this it's kind of a risk because they were hiding behind this small rock right here. It's not enough cover. Like, what if one of the members starts flanking? As we can see, they're gonna be heading up against Quality Brats.
Yeah, and Emilio, when you talk about that flank, it's gonna happen no matter what, because they've already drawn enough attention from the fight that they had, and Quality Brats looking to hunt down Takim. Takim, the first one to fall with the Scar straight, and immediately Harry backs away, gets a little bit of coverage from the glue wall, but there's a lot of nades being expended, trying to go in for a chase as well. Harry will be removed for the double kill as Meng secures this one in his trades. While waiting for the reloads, still trying to spot the very final member, and Sapik is just by the corners of the palm tree. He's still trying from a distance, but it's only a couple pixels, and Sapik is just trying to heal himself all the way back up. So with that being said, although Klate Sapik managed to actually walk away with 3 full kills in the back, but I think Quality Bats possibly won't be taking it all the way to take them down.
Right now, Quality Brats taking out Klate Army already. This is the type of plays that Quality Brats are doing. Like, they are executing it perfectly, but this is the kind of flaws from the teams as well, because if you manage to get into a fight, you gotta rotate quickly after your first fight, and we can see
here comes Guy.
Yep,
Just driving through. He's just gonna draw a little bit of that attention, heading in towards the way. Churras Army almost having 1 member being run over by the sports car, but this is just gonna be a little bit of a Tokyo drift coming in as Bendik just gets himself by the corners of the wall, trying to wait for the flank. He's already got some of these mine bombs getting set up as Guy is just gonna drive by once more, tracking all these movements coming in from the side of Churras Army, just delaying a little bit more damage to our push. But here comes the cars in flames as IND tops right outside, and it will just blow into smithereens. A little bit of a rush coming in, and Anchor, the next one to fall. Here comes the trade-off once again as Churras Army wins this one, as OMR still have a few more members left in the tag. And here comes the switch up round, coming in with the M1014. And here comes Genji. Oh my goodness! Mega clutch this one and wipes away OMR guys.
Well, Omer guys, unfortunately get taken around, and Churras Army definitely showed, like, although they are weak in strategies, but they are like strong in sheer powerful gunfire. As we can see, Megat is gonna be running into Quality Brats did right here, and oh my god, they didn't spot each other out, I guess.
I think they did.
Yep.
When we speak of it, Megat will be the first one to fall, so Quality Beast, they are just marching right up ahead, and Deet managed to secure this one in the back, while over on the back we see more of these members are just trying to secure themselves. There's going to be Eclipse just holding on to the bat, trying to run around, and there's a lot of room for them to actually just utilize throughout all these walls. And this is how Quality Brats managed to walk away with those 5 kills in hand, and now they're trying to take this fight against Eclipse, and Eclipse is all scattered across. I don't think that they should potentially take this one for now, and there's still a whole lot more teams. If they drop early into the game, they won't secure much points.
As of this situation, Day 77's got to be really careful of his movements right there, right? Demo is going to be sprayed out, taking 50%, dropping below 50%, but Day 77, refrags gets a nice headshot of D, but gets refragged by Meng. And Abimio is slowly approaching up to the half wall, slowly jumping around, trying to scout out his teammates right here. Abimio healed up, right now gets the gunfight. Will he land it? Yes, he finishes off the down kill, but he doesn't finish off the alive and gets 2 down. Gets 1 more. Jimmy Ashraf here to back up his teammate. Right here, Demons takes out 1 more. Oh my god, Coley Bratz down to 2 versus 3.
And that's a huge one. Look at the reactions coming in from the side of Eclipse. Coming in real strong. Here comes the glue wall. Going in for a rescue. But here comes the flank once more. Coming from May. But he zooms right in towards the battle. And this will be a little bit of a blunder coming in. While Quality Brats slowly turns the tide around.
And so that situation, I think it could be done a little bit more better from the side of Team Eclipse because as of that situation, they know that they're in a 2v4 situation. They should not be making any more movements and like any more like specific plays to like alert the enemy where they are. Right now, UAV drone is on top of Quality Brats. As we can see, Tokatua is right here nearby. They might know they're there, but I don't think they would approach the fight just yet because it's just right now. Oh, we can see some gunshot firing at them right now.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a really tough round for the side of Tokatua because anywhere they go, they're bound to be surrounded by some of all these teams. And here comes Choji getting flanked from the side of Quality Brats after taking the fights early on, and now they're gonna find another right across on the side of Tokatua. Sambo just over on the back. He's just having a little bit of the coverage of not only the glue wall, there is a stone for them to actually hide for the meantime, while Arip is just tracking them from the side as well, trying to get those angles right. Finds Demon over the back, and that will be a kill secured as Tokatua takes out the main man.
Now Somban is going to be spotting out Meng and Iking right there. He's going to be healing up as well, but they're going to be really cautious on where to move right now because Quality Brats is going to be staying over to the other side, which they have like an upward advantage because they have a better angle onto Tokatua right here. But Boyka, as of this right now, he's going to be moving towards Iking. He spots him. He's going to be play aggressive, but Iking used the zip line crossing over to the cross. Right now, Main gets flanked by Boyka, and that's an unfortunate situation. But Iking drops down to the river.
Oh, Iking just managing to actually survive because of the waters, but it will still be Quality Brats getting removed out of the play while we see members of the side of Tokatua is just having a great time. And I felt like because of this sort of area that didn't really give advantage, the moment that demons get picked out, they were in a panic. Like, they could not even find ways to actually save Demon right behind the tree, and that resulted in that loss. After taking 2 teams down, I guess they could actually take that break for the time being and recuperate, re-strategize on how they could approach the following rounds into Bermuda. Because Purgatory, it's a different ball game. There's so much more of that map coverage that you really have to think about, and the terrains that could potentially favor you. It's gonna work differently inside of Purgatory because there's high grounds, lower grounds, and now Dark Phoenix inside of this area is gonna hug real tight because the rest of Tokatua is coming the way as well.
Yeah, Tokatua is slowly moving into the circle, and from the way I look at the circle as of right now, like Crim Boss, like one man standing alone, Marku is gonna be very, very dangerous right there because he's on the lower ground advantage. And from the side of other teams, like Chur's Army, they are playing smart right here. They are moving around and playing with the circle. They are moving it towards higher ground and getting themselves an advantage and spots out where other remaining enemies are. But right now, Tokatua is gonna be playing smart as well. They're not gonna make, and they're not gonna be making any slight movements just yet. But I think they might spot a Dark Phoenix. They're gonna be engaging a fight right here.
Yeah, I think that they really should take this one head on because they have the heals for a lot of a rotation that they could potentially use off, while Dark Phoenix have those locked set of angles inside of those compound, where the compound only gives you that sort of defense, but when you step outside, this is where things get worse because there's this open fields that we're talking about. Now, the crate's gonna contain something right inside, but Tokatua says there's no time for that. They really would just want to run across with the Parang, giving him a little bit more of that dash speed. Well, we're seeing a lot more clutter coming in towards the west end, but we see Task Force just having Dark Phoenix marching upwards. I think they know what's up inside here.
I don't think they know as well. Oh, he jumps in!
Oh my goodness, he jumps right into the battle, and immediately Dark Phoenix regrets doing so, but there is still members of the side of Taz MY getting knocked down as well, and immediately going for a little bit of revival after having one knockout. That will be members right outside to actually warn them once again, while Chara's army having Bennett surrounding Choji, and immediately goes in for the takedown. Here comes Gunbox, immediately looking for the flank, but that will be the end of him as he will be wiped away. Now the top three teams are on the table. Dokatua was looking to secure this one in the back, while Chara's army is contending for the title as well. And right now, seeing the circle, we can see that the side of the boss, they have the advantage.
Right now, like, if Booyah manages to take out Chura's army right here, right now, they have an upper advantage over to the team down here right there, because if they manage to take it out quickly, they could secure high ground advantage, but Gunbo's going to get popped out.
Oh, there's a lot of push coming in towards the table as Art is being forced to hug by the corners of the tree. It's going to give him a little bit of helping hand, but gets getting ready as well. And now they're all back up on track. Booyah's gonna go in for the flanks as they are coming in close, drawing in towards the closing lines as we see Booyah still having the zones to work with. So this will be Chara's army right outside, trying to survive, trying to bring it all the way, but over down below, there's still a team waiting for them. So they are just trying their best as Chara's army will not survive for the longest of time. But right down below, here comes the challenge as Task Force NY is looking to secure the Booyah of game number 4.
Yep, certainly well played from the side of Team Task Force NY. Oh, like, actually, from the side, like the victory poses looks fun, like as we can see. But Task Force NY with the Booyah with 7 kills wrapped up for round number 4, and we can see Chokatua with 5 kills landing 2nd place, and Chura's army really splendid job in landing 9 kills as well as for 3rd place. Gunbox with 1 kill unfortunately is going down to Dark Phoenix. Coley Brats with 8 kills this game and a whopping 168 points, which they could manage to get up back onto 2nd place, and Eclipse unfortunate circumstances happen, 1 kill, and all more guys really fall out short, like getting eliminated early, like 0 kills is gonna be dropping down.
They were the first one to fall, and even though they managed a couple of great rounds, this is a big shock factor to most of us, as we see even Hantu Bajang was doing such a phenomenal work in the early stages of the game, though they did not secure all these high numbers as before. But this time around with those 4 kills is definitely going to push them up the charts for a little bit more. Now, we're looking at a couple of all these guys who already won those Booyahs right here, and this match itself, it could have gone either side. And Chura's army, they were too occupied with, going in for those trade-offs outside of the zone, and they did not actually calculate how much time does it take for it to shrink all the way in. And by the time that happens, they got choked out in a way, and that was them just ending up at 3rd spot.
Yeah, like I want to point out some like mistakes from not only like certain teams but all teams around today's game. Like let's say, like you started a fight on, like, let's say Fire Brigade. You started a fight there. Yes, you're taking out 1 squad and you're still healthy within numbers. You have 4 members remaining, but you don't know that when is the other team coming. So as of start, like if you engage in the fight, you clean off the 1 squad, you should immediately heal and rotate out of that position, because you might not know any other teams that will be coming from any other directions, because it's a battle royale. Like anything is possible. Like people coming from the higher grounds, from observatory, or maybe coming from the sides of like Pochinok. Like you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that was a really unfortunate round for some of all these teams. But what a way to actually end the game. They were already having that sort of compound secured, and they knew that it's the top 3 situation. The moment that you heard most of the gunfire from a single direction, you already know where the next team's going to be coming from. And fortunate enough for they managed to walk away with the Booyah after having technically an open field to play with because they were marching down the hill. There's no way that they could potentially protect themselves other than having a couple of glue walls to work with. But it was great traits, and we're looking at actually getting a whole lot more. Now, there's a whole lot of highlights that we could potentially talk about. Of course, starting off with OMR dropping out early was something that was a shocker to many. But
Yeah, that was unexpected.
yeah,
That was really unexpected because they were showing like they were playing as I said, like a really aggressive kind of team, but as far as they dropped down and really wanted to play aggressively, but things didn't turn out like loot system wise and such. Like I think they just got fortunate that round, but I
Yeah.
think they will climb back on the next round as well. They'll definitely
And
right back.
this time around, we see Gladiator Army. They are playing a little bit better, showing hopeful signs coming into round number 4. Now, the previous rounds, we see a total of 0 kills. So at least having 3 in the way is a little bit of a bump up, but how far can they keep this up for? It's going to be the question. I feel like there's only a handful of rounds left before we sum up Group E. Group Echo here has already offered us a whole lot, but let's have a look into it, see highlights of match number 4 as we slowly break it down to some of you guys back at home, and you are currently watching the Free Fire Southeast Asia Championship. And early in the trade-off, we see Shiraz Ami going in for those sort of a loot contest inside of the ski lodge, and this is where things just really tough for the side of Boss Punjab because they just get cornered up right there.
Yeah, and from here we can see Hantu Baja really playing it smart right here. They know that they understand that Team Quaka loves to play in the buildings right here and such, and they just played outside. They just wait for them to peek because they know they have the peekers advantage right here and slowly picking out the one by one. And Quaka, the only remaining member, decides to just flee out because that's a smart choice to do because you want to get some placement points in your hand and might as well third party some members. And yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say that even Eclipse have to power their lives, but Hantu Bajang here managed to find that perfect opportunity to go in for those snipes and takedowns over the back. But Sapik though, look at how he just returned fire and takes down one around from side of HP. While Sapik, they were just having so much of that pressure and they only were having that sort of a small rock to work with. It was just way too much for them to handle when the rest of the teams charged right in. But this is where OMR guys actually made a couple of mistakes, which kind of cost them their entire run.
Yeah, I have to say, like, this strat is good, like using the car and baiting, but you don't have to necessarily jump out the car right here. This instance, you can jump up the car from lower ground, get some cover from the ledges, but didn't actually did that. And in the end, Shiraz Army responded with sheer gunpowder. Look at this, Panda gets taken out, but nope, Genji guys decides to just go in, reload, but then Mega dares to refrag.
Yeah, they absolutely got destroyed right there, and I wasn't really sure why they actually committed to that sort of flank, but Eclipse here, they went into its close car combat, and they were a little bit of a traits in between where they lost one out, but they managed to spot for a long time. Quality Brats were just hugging by the corners of the palm tree and have to actually rotate down south and towards the river, and this is where Tokkatua having Arip to take down Demons, their main man, and things just slowly crumbled from that point onwards. And this is where we see most of the teams are all clustered in towards the city area, but of course Shiraz Ami had the longest of traits by the corners of the tree, already popped all the glue walls and utilized all the meds. They were outside the zone, and that was them getting wiped away eventually, and Task Force MY walks away with the 4th game's Booyah. And that was huge because we considered Task Force MY having some great runs, but never seemed to actually made it past top 3, and merely getting this Booyah is going to give them that sort of edge to actually hop in towards the top 5 bracket.
Yeah, it's gonna be giving them some momentum and some more confidence on heading into round number 5. Because like if it get dropped down into the lower levels of the scoreboard, like you might just get demotivated with this. They gotta keep this momentum up and be more consistent about it. They really make some really smart plays, and that was a really nice shot that he landed, like with the instant spin headshot and knocks one guy down. But from Chura's army side, they had the higher ground advantage. They had everything they need, but unfortunately, the circle shift way over back to the south side, so they really got stuck outside the circle. There's nothing they can do, and so far, like, glue walls getting thrown up, but eventually, like, it's out of hand because the circle is chunking their HP bars out of their minds.
Yeah, like I think that Task Force definitely were a little bit more fortunate in that sense because they have that sort of advantage, and that was just having a lot of room for them to actually work with when we saw them going in for that sort of push to end the game out strong. And now we're gonna have a little bit of that commercial break as we will take in towards game number 5 shortly. This is Contra here alongside with Shadow Banjo wishing you Selamat Hari Merdeka, and we'll see you guys in a couple of minutes.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Free Fire C Championships. My name is Shadow, and joined by me today is Contra.
That's right, and of course, Selamat Hari Merdeka for those of you guys are coming from Malaysia, and of course, everyone could definitely join into this party as well. In the morning, usually we'll have the parade marching down in Dataran Merdeka to celebrate 52 years of independence. And of course, for those guys who are watching right now, we'll appreciate if you guys share the stream if you guys haven't already. And thank you guys so much for supporting the show, as we're going to find out who will be representing Malaysia in Free Fire Southeast Asia Championships. Now, we're getting in towards the scoreboards first before we move into anything. And make sure you guys tune in for longer, because if we hit 1,500 viewers, we're going to have a lot of freebies and surprise for those of you guys. So let's pop that scoreboard right now and see what we have in terms of, you know, all these sort of points being raked up by all these teams.
Look at right there. OMR guys still staying on top with a whopping 689 points. That's a 200 points gap between Eclipse Neutron right there. That's a first and second place gap over there.
Oh my goodness, that's a tough mountain to climb. I mean, should I say glass ceiling in a certain way, but Eclipse Neutron only have a couple more rounds to actually chase upon. But imagine, OMR guys actually did not secure any sort of points in the previous round, and they are still #1. It goes to show that they have a whole lot of skills and talent being shown in the couple of rounds to say, hey, we can take a break for one whole game and we're still going to be able to bounce back. And we look at the second place, Eclipse Neutron over second place, still maintaining the sort of consistency, but there's only 8 points between them as well as Jura's Army, followed by Criminal Boss coming in 2 points short. So you see how close the competition is in the top 5, followed by Quality Brats coming in with 388.
And right now, below Quality Brats, it's Soccer 2, 376 points. It's a 12-point gap. Not that much. Talker 2 would definitely get a chance to chase back up, following to Simboy and the Puakas and Dark Phoenix. Both, like, all their points is not that big of a gap. They might get the chance to, like, get back up into, like, the top 10 in the leaderboards. Like, this is their chance. This is round number 5.
Yeah, this is round number 5 coming up real shortly, as we'll hit straight back in towards Bermuda, because we've already got our purgatory rounds already concluded. Now it's time that we take flight once more as we hit from southeast. Oh, sorry, that's not southeast.
That's northwest.
Yeah, that's northwest. Sorry. Northeast.
Northeast, yeah. We got confused by the
compass is shaking here in the caster's desk, but we apologize for all these sort of hiccups in terms of caster's call. But inside the peak is where it's just going to be congested. We see 4 teams in there, and DPX, Booyah, followed by OMR guys alongside with HB. Well, it's just going to be tough.
Well, Quality Brats taking a safe approach and landing a plantation alone. A lot of teams are landing alone. Everyone is going to be playing a little bit passive this game, because they know it's round number 5. They have one more round left to show, like, to chase up the points and get some more kills in the backpack right here, to, like, climb themselves back up to, like, top 2. And they want to, like, overtake OMR guys right now, because, like, 689 points, it's too much of a point to chase, so they gotta get some more and more kills in a Booyah right here. And we can see Choka 2 Somba is gonna be taking a little bit damage off, and he's gonna be, like, sniped out a little bit, getting tagged out. And
Somba just managing to rotate towards the corners of the ridges there, but he's just gonna have a little bit of a peek, and that's not gonna be landing much from the side of Sapik, but Sapik is trading fires once again. It's just gonna be a little bit tough for them to actually commit into this battle, but we're seeing Sapik not having armor or sort of a helmet at all. One good shot coming from Somba might be able to seal the deal, but here comes the backup coming from Fosby as well. So this might just be the first knock of the game, while over the back there are still more members from the side of Kalate. Booyah going in for the flank as well, having the pan, swinging it around. Oh my goodness me! Booyah managed to bring him down with the side of the MP40. And what was he thinking swinging around the pack?
He was trying to like he's trying to do some undisputed Boyka kind of movie scene, but it's not gonna be working out right there because MP40 against the pan. There's nothing much you can do. But we can see Azli is right behind the fence. Oh, he's gonna be take. Oh, he's gonna be.
Oh, back. What? Oh.
Okay.
That's a little bit of rookie mistake right there, Boyka.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that sort of kill at all, but Suffolk's gonna punish him with the Famas, immediately turning the tides around as they were hugging, of course, the wall. But what exactly are they trying to do? Like, I mean, that's enough firepower for now, as we see a Bela just working across. It gets shut down, and Fazli walks away, wiping the floor clean. And that was the first team dropping out of the game.
But right now we can see, oh my god, fights are happening left, right, down, and center. And against, oh my god, two members of Hantu Bujang is going to be taken out already. Pening is going to be punning on the floor. Flashback gets thrown out. Pening gets finished off. Jimbers gets finished off. Domi is half HP. And yep, Hantu Bujang, last remaining member alive. Oh, he's going to be spraying down. Oh, and Puaka takes out Hantu Bajang.
Hantu Bajang immediately getting wiped away. And they were walking one by one in towards Puaka, and I feel like they were just a little bit too greedy with that sort of approach because they were thinking that, okay, we can just wipe the fall clean if we just rush it to Puaka, but they were already occupying most of all these rooms, and there's just not many things that they could potentially do with that numbers advantage given over the side of Puaka. Now, a little bit of the map that we're seeing right here is having Hans inside of Sentosa, while the rest of these teams are already in the first phase zone. While the side of OMR, they are just taking their time inside of Cape Town. But what we're seeing earlier is that those early engagements that were committed were highly unnecessary, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's kind of unnecessary, and it was reckless in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just go up to your enemies and do it like that like you just rush in like that in a tournament. Like, you, like, in a sense, you gotta have some respect for your enemies, no matter like how bad are they doing or how well they're doing. You gotta have some sort of mutual respect on to your enemies. And like
I totally agree what you mean. Like because like for all these teams, they sort of think that, hey, I got great firepower, I do this all day, I eat, leave, and breathe Free Fire, you know, like every single day they grind in and out trying to prepare for all these tournaments. But at the end of this sort of results, it really goes to show that, are you disciplined enough to hold the trigger when you need to and pull it at the right time?
Yeah, and certainly trigger discipline is one of the keys in like shooting games as well. So Gunbox is gonna be moving towards slightly against quality advice right there. Oh my god, Meng is popping the global already. He gets chunked down a little bit. He's gonna be attempting to heal, and quality brats, one of them is gonna be taking quite a amount of damage. Gunbox is showing dominance right here. They have a higher ground advantage with the building, hiding from the chimney. What are we looking at, Contra? Like,
well, first side of Mang is just trying to run towards his teammates and immediately getting chunked his health out, and we see Deep giving a little bit of support, but getting brought down to 50% as well. But lucky enough, they were on the corner as well. But Remba is just causing so much damage against Quality Beast right down below, and it's just going to be real hard as Remba tries to actually take down Deep for the second time coming, but Demon will manage to actually go in for the push. But here comes Marco going in for the close quarter action. He's popping out the glue walls as well, but IK will be able to break down one member, and that was Quality Brats losing off some of all these guys, but Gunbox is still on the prowl. IK's getting some sort of a revolve coming in from the side of Demon as well. And here comes some sprays going into the side of Gopal, and two of these members are already down, and Gunbox fighting more than they can chew.
Yeah, it was certainly reckless right there. Like, you shouldn't be fighting out in open because you had the advantage right there. You shouldn't be even doing that.
Yeah.
Like, Quality Brats just gets free kills all day long right here. Like, they shouldn't even be doing that.
Yeah, I would say that Quality Brats, they actually have great defense mechanism. And over on top side, we saw Remba doing a lot of great work from this top side of the roof. And they thought that, hey, I hit 1, I hit 2, and I hit 3. And that will be a sort of a great flank that we have. Now, we see a lot of greedy approach once again. Like, they know that there's about 3 members right across the wall, and yet again they still force the push all alone. I felt like it's a little bit unnecessary in a certain way, but they were still trying their luck. And you know, in this sort of a late game that we're talking about, match number 5. These are just really desperate attempts for them to try to salvage what they can. Because we're talking about the tournament lives here. They're trying to fight for their spot to qualify into the C Championship to meet with the rest of the Asian teams. While we see members of the side of QB have already been spotted out on the side of Gunbox.
Right now, Raimbot is going to be taking things more safe right now. A little bit more passive. Not going to be approaching recklessly as the teammates did before. He's going to be jumping up and down, trying to scout some of the enemies right here from Call of Duty Brats. He's going to be... I think he spots them out right toward like a slight glimpse in the windows right there. And Pajahat and Raimbot, he's going to be hiding on the half already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that some pixels of this katana is definitely popping out from the side of demons as well. So Raimbot knows where exactly he's at. So QB says they're not done yet, and they really want to secure all those kills in the back. And from the side of Quality Brats, they did lose Meng much earlier on, but this time around, Raimbot is trying to prepare for this sort of flank. They're getting all these members from the side of Quality Brats surrounded, but if we look in towards the next couple of circles that's coming in their way, they got all day to play in here.
Yeah, they really got a lot of space to work with, but they got to haul up because you can't stay there all the time. Like I said, like once you engage in the fight, you gotta rotate. You cannot stay in the same place. But right now, Puaka, Raphael gets taken a little bit, but Pendek easily firing at the global, but as we can see, it's rotated away. Now Apex is gonna be firing some shots back at them.
Wow, we see is immediately pressurize the rest of Puaka's side. But Awie's gonna have that wall to work with for a short wall. That's gonna be the glue wall being popped up while Maget's just trying to find a way. He's pulling out that M4A1 and immediately tries to take him off and lobbing that sort of nade right in front of him. It's gonna pop that glue wall right out in the open. Raphael's cutting himself across as well, but this will be the flank coming right in, and Awie takes him down instead. That's a huge blow as Mega turns things around, but Pendek, oh my goodness. Let's talk about this, because he had the perfect opportunity the whole time and he didn't utilize it. But there goes one member down from the side of RPG as Pendek is on a killing spree as we talk about it. But DPX members will still be able to shut him down, while Dark Phoenix, they really have to recuperate for the time being.
Like, as of this situation, you gotta be more careful right here. Like Apex, he's gonna be shooting down Jens. And he's gonna be really careful. He's gonna be playing around the crate, but he returns fire again, takes out Apex, and right now Kaiser is gonna be fragging out, and Puaka is eliminated, and Trust Army is eliminated as well. Like no, Puaka is still there, so Trust Army is gonna be eliminated by Puaka, but Dark Phoenix is still here playing around. There's one member of Team Puaka left alive. Like, I don't think he can do anything. He's gonna be driving off. Like, that's what I'm saying. If you take these fights recklessly and not respecting the team, rather respecting the enemy's skill and mechanics to like even outplay you. Like, look at that. Just now he lobbed a grenade over at the glow wall. Like, you reduced the the armor of the glow wall and sustainability, and you shoot it a few times, you just blow up, and he misses the shot and gets headshotted like instantly down to the back, and got the army right in the pickle and gets taken out in open field. And OMR guys, he's gonna have 2 kills on the team.
Yeah, I guess Galata Army definitely have a rough one, but this time salvaging what they can, they managed to secure a total of a 8th place finish, but we're still seeing a little bit of a standstill between Quality Brats alongside with Boss here. They're just being a little bit more extremely careful. Look at all these mines being planted inside of the house just to negate any sort of an invasion coming in from the side of the opposing side. And we're looking at Boss still hugging by the corners right there, and they're still within the zone as this safe zone is slowly approaching. And when it all closes out, it's just going to get a little bit more complicated because there's not many places for them to walk around with, and Boss possibly will be able to get them surrounded. But when we talk about this, it's going to be Demons lobbing one nade right in front, and immediately flashbanging the side of Rembut, getting that kill secured. Now we're seeing Demons getting another clutch over as he spots up Punjaha as well, the sole member from the side of Boss, as he's trying to escape, trying to find the advantages. But I think there's no place for him to run.
Now there's nowhere in heaven he's gonna be getting out of right here. He's hiding on the half wall. Circle is pushing in soon. He's gonna be pre-firing all down, left, right, center. He's gonna be playing around with him. And oh, he gets a knock on the Eye King, but luckily Demons is there. Like, Eye King, you should stop doing that already. You should stop it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, that's a little bit harsh, but well, one knockdown is not too big of a deal because there will be the revivals coming out from his teammates, while we see members of Dark Phoenix having this 4 solid kills. They're going head to head against Task Force MY, immediately going in for the space. Blue 5-1, trying to tap out over on the side of Jens. Jens only by the corners of the tree as well as the electrical towers. Well, they both possibly have the numbers advantage, but when it comes to the coverage zones, it's Blues having the bird's eye view across the entire section. But not all these teams are actually inside of the circle, so DPX understood this. What? Oh, okay. Did you just saw that?
Yeah.
He placed the mine bomb, and they're forcing him to actually hop right out.
Yeah, like that's a really smart play, I have to say. Like, using the mines as, like, using it to the max, and sometimes like mines do bite back, and we can see Yim Ashraf is gonna be tagged out a little bit. Right, he's the sole standing, he's the one-man army of Team Eclipse right here. He's gonna be chipped out, and right now OMR guys is gonna be pushing him.
Genji just immediately going in for the taps, and immediately getting that sort of kill will make OMR guys being the kill leaders of this match, while 6 is the number to beat, as we see other teams are slowly chasing up. But look at this sort of consistency that we talked about game after game. OMR guys, Old Man Rocks. This is a team that has been a clan for a really long time, and they stood by each other's back, and we can see this sort of chemistry that they sort of have. And speaking of that, we see Dark Phoenix on the approach, trying to find one, but Finn gets knocked outside the blue. Well, we'll see. Dark Phoenix going on the approach.
But Eye King is there, jumps out the window. Oh, misses! Just misses the slight second. He just missed it. And right now, Eye King takes out one of the members of Jens. Is going to be refragging. He gets 4 kills. Right now, X Rizal is going to be taking down Reload. Jens is hiding inside of the corner of the room. He's going to be healing up. And Jens will be covering fire. OMR guys OMR guys spotted them out already. This is the time that OMR guys need to push. You to be staying on the hill.
Well, they don't exactly need to push all the way. They know that they have to leave regardless, so they just have to wait for the timers to subside. Only 10 seconds before the next zone closes right in, and they already got them cornered up. And this is time for the side of Old Man Rocks guys to actually go in for the approach. But Jens managing to spot one guy out, at least have a clue on how to approach this. But we're talking about the save zone already taking the help, and look at that Genji guys. Woof.
Well, they are racking up 10 kills already. 10 kills on the board for OMR guys, and we can see Blues over there still alone on the sniper tower. He's not gonna go anywhere else. We can see OMR guys, he's on top of the hill. If he just shows a pixel of his weapon skin or even his pet, he's gonna be dead soon.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, they won the previous Booyah in their hand, but Task Force MY didn't even secure a single kill at all. So it's between either OMR or the side of the Pluckers. Well, Super Cut is gonna get a couple of damage right through, and there goes Raphael. What in the wool? That means that Task Force MY will come in second, and OMR guys gets another Booyah in the bag.
Well, that's kind of what we expect for more guys, because they still have a 4-man strong team. None of the members died early. Everyone's still alive, and On the other hand, the podcast and Task Force MY, one members live. Right now, we can see OMR guys with 12 kills, racking up with 300 plus points. Podcast with 5 kills, 120 points. The Task Force, no kills, but they rack up 17 points in the placements. And we can see following up by Colibrat, Eclipse, Crim Moss with 3 kills, Clatte Army Saya with 4 kills, doing really well this match, but not that well because they made some small slight mistakes. Then unfortunately took them out from the game, so there's nothing much they can do. Oh, this is an interesting game right here.
Yeah, definitely some interesting game as OMR guys walk away with yet another Booyah in the bag. So they're definitely doing their celebratory dance on Merdeka Day, and because they are still on top of the table, and even when they fall flat with 0 points in some of these games, it was them just securing so much of these points that this huge disparity of point gap is possibly going to send them all the way to be the champions of Group E. But we cannot count the chickens before they hatch, because there's still possibilities for some of these teams to actually cut things to a tie or even, you know, surpass them in that one single game. But that's just going to be a really tough way to them to actually defeat the side of OMR, because look at how they play, look at how they consistently get more than 6 kills. It's just insane.
Yeah, like the consistency being displayed from OMR guys is definitely like one of the most unique battle royale teams that I can see. Like they know each other really well. Like they know that, oh hey, I got more for power, so I should like tap them out first. So you guys, if one of you is good in close quarters, you guys go ahead and push yada yada and etc etc. Like this is the type of players I want to see. Like you can be aggressive and you can be passive as well. So you mix it up so you don't get caught in the middle. So you'll be stuck right there.
Yeah, but I feel like the teams that are more aggressive will definitely walk away with a lot more than, you know, just playing way too passively, because each kills reward that 20 solid points. And if you're just playing for that rank points, if you get about, you know, more than 5 kills, that's already secured 100 points in the back. Why don't you add upon it? And the more kills you have, the higher rank will be.
Yeah, right
in
now.
a sense.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah, like kill points really does matter in this game. Like in this tournament, yes, placement points, yes, it's important, but kill points as well is important. Right now, I'm gonna jump into highlights really. So I'm gonna show you some highlights of round number 5 on Bermuda. It's gonna be some really insane highlights we can see, and some unexpected mistakes coming out from the players. And we can see, yeah, right now on the highlights, as Clatte Army is gonna be approaching onto Tokatua right here.
Yeah, I felt like they definitely had that sort of advantage. Like, we look at Claude Army Seiya, like, they already got a little bit of that compound going on for them, and someone was just right across this sort of fence that they have. They got the perfect view, but this is where things get more interesting. As soon as someone gets knocked, there is a little bit more support coming in from the back, but it's a little bit of swinging of the pan just to get those knocks out at Boyka. Having to struggle for a little bit more, but getting his health chipped out by the pan for a little bit more, but did not manage to secure that sort of kill. So slowly, tides definitely turn, and this leaves Tokolate to fight off against members of Tokatua, and in another exchange, it became Tokatua getting wiped away.
Yeah, and we can see the jumping shotgun didn't really work out, but it was worth a try. And this one, Hantu Bajang with the reckless rush. In the end, they get taken out. That was a really reckless rush right there. Like, Puaka just instantly stands. Like, Puaka doesn't even need to move. And right now we can see this one, Grimboss, Rembat getting good advantage for his team. Not like chipping down the enemies one by one, dealing some damage, getting some use of meds, and like I think it's a miscommunication issue. Like their team just pushed recklessly. Look at right there.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, you look at the other members, he's doing so much of these heavy lifting, and all these members of QB, they were way too occupied. They could have gone in for either an earlier flank or a better synergized flank as compared to that. And once they walk in one by one, it leaves all these members of Cream Boss on a deficit at the other wall. So that leaves all these effort from Rembot rendered useless, and this is where Aoi turns it around. Like, look at him, how he clutches one, because he went on the heal, and immediately he trades it the moment that the glue wall hops out, and the advantage that he sort of had coming from Aoi is that once the wall breaks, he would already have a different position than what the enemy would possibly understand, and he took that perfectly because he had the biggest advantage, like you said.
And this one, I had to respect demons. Right, you're pushing really aggressively up against demons, like giving no breathing room onto the side of Gunbox. And Gunbox just, yes, he gets a refund on King, but King certainly did not expect the firepower coming from out of team 8 just now. I think like right here, like why would like OMR guy just picking out people one by one out in the open, and here Dark Phoenix just rushes out and
yeah, he was doing some parkour inside of the houses for a little bit, but I think that it was a great finish nevertheless as Task Force MY gets wiped away, and that Booyah falls in the hands of Old Man Rocks, guys, coming in out strong. And well, if you already have 2 Booyahs or even more, what more can you say? You're technically just taking it all the way through. And now that we've already got game number 5 concluded, this one last match for Group Echo. And after that, we'll announce the winners of this group, and we'll head straight into Group F. My name is Contra. This is Shadow Banjo. We'll be taking a short break, and this is Free Fire SEA Championship Malaysia Qualifiers.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
Happy Merdeka Day for all of you Malaysians watching for today, and of course, have a great weekend for everyone else who are, outside of Malaysia, and even if you're outside, you can also join in the parade as well. My name's Contra. Here is Xiao Banjo joining me on the table, casting some great Free Fire Southeast Asia Championship Malaysian qualifier matches coming in our way. Now, let's have a look into our scoreboard real quick to give you guys a couple of updates on what happened in the past 5 rounds. Starting off, we have OMR guys leading the table with a whopping 959 points. And look at the difference in terms of points. The rest of the teams might be around the 400 bracket, but nothing comes close to them. And I don't know. What do they have to do to take down OMR, guys?
Well, as I can see, they gotta have more kills because the kill difference between OMR guys and all the other teams is 20 and 40 ahead, and even 30 because as you can see, 43 kills on top. Second and third is 21 kills, and Chura's Army has 22 kills, but they fall off slightly on placement points and going down at Eclipse Neutron with 427 points, 18 kills, not that much, but they can still catch up because of the 50-point difference from second place. They might be able to catch up. And they gotta have more and more kills this game because they gotta catch up to 959 points up there, and following down on top Katua, same kill points, but in the placement points not that much, so falling off by 10 points. And Semboy, the Pakas, they actually had a good early game right now on round 5, but they actually kind of messed. I got caught up on open fields and making some rookie mistakes, but that
I
doesn't
agree.
Yeah,
I definitely would agree. We see Dark Phoenix definitely having some great couple of rounds, but when we talk about securing all these sort of positioning points, they were getting themselves quite a number. You can see a total of 62, one of the higher ones on the table. Yet again, they are right down below because they were not aggressive enough. They did not rake up enough of those sort of the kill points that we talked about. And by the time it reaches to the late game, maybe you might try to fight for that Booyah. But even so, the rest of the teams who secure more than 5 kills per game would be emerging with way more points that they could potentially collect. Now, Old Man Rocks guys, they are phenomenal. Straight up phenomenal. How they actually approach a lot of these fights, whatever their drop points are. Immediately, they scout ahead first on what sort of danger that they have around them, and then they start to rotate. And if they feel like the fights is just gonna be a little bit more advantageous for OMR, they immediately took it, and they seem like they already have a clue on where the weak points are at for some of these enemy teams, and they managed to capitalize on those situations.
And OMR are certainly phenomenal, but they I can kind of sense what they are doing, and they're trying to take things on a more safe side, but trying to be more aggressive at the same time. And I think they already assigned roles to each of their players, and not like other teams. I don't think other teams have the specific roles in their squad, but on the side of Team OMR, I think they have specific roles. One guy should be the
sniper,
or whatever.
Somebody is an entry fragger or so.
Yeah, and so we're gonna be jumping into game really soon. So we're gonna be heading into Purgatory as the round 6 on the final game for Group Echo. It's gonna be flying up on right now. Purgatory, as we can see from the map is gonna be starting. The flight path is gonna be starting off from Forge and all the way end to Marble Works and Quarry. So this is gonna be a central drop more towards the north and south side. I think Fire Brigade will be a lot of contesting points towards Brasilia and Marble Works, and Lumber Mill would have some contesting points, but I don't think players would want that because it's the final round, so they gotta be racking up more kills than as expected.
They're just gonna go ham on this one because they know that is the final round, so they're just say, you know, why not everybody have a battle inside of maybe the central point, Brasilia itself. So you see about 3 teams that's smack right inside. We have RPG, Tokatua, followed by all these members of Just Boss as well. While Troy's Army will be dropping back into her ski lodge once more, as we saw them playing previously. Well, Q will be still trying to contend for the title. They're just going to take their sweet time. But we're looking at all these members of OMR guys heading down south, as we see them heading towards Central as well, challenging the members of Task Force MY. Now, they're trying to salvage for loots, and immediately a couple of bullets have been expended as guys will be able to find that first blood in the hands of Aiko.
Oh, that's really unfortunate right there for Finn on the side of Team Tax for them. They try to loot the weapons as fast as possible, but not fast as not as fast as Team OMR right here. I get like, yes, they dropped and tried to contest, but not like don't. It's some sense of approach, like you approach to these kind of situation as of this. He gets one tap then right here. Oh, and Blue is gonna be dropping down very low. Guy is gonna be patching up himself as well. Everyone from the side of team number 2, Balo and Tem19 is gonna be backing off.
Yeah, they definitely could not take further pursuits coming from that. Task Force MY needs to run away from the members of OMR guys. You've already seen them in action for a couple of rounds, and immediately we see IND goes in for the kill, and here comes Boost challenging the likes of Supercut, but it will be return fires from the back as well, and immediately we see members on the side of Task Force MY turn things around, and now it's only up to Anchor. Anchor challenges 56 as well, and immediately all the shotguns being fired at with that Spaz 12, raging furious. Is like, you take down my guys. I know that you are desperate for this, but I'm still gonna walk away with the most points.
Yeah, eat more of my bullets, man. Jokes aside, as we can see, Dark Phoenix is having a small fight against Tokatua right here. 2 members of the side of Team Dark Phoenix have dropped down. No, I mean one has been killed off. X-Rays are dropping down. Is gonna get finished off by Boyka, and it's all left. 1 member inside the building. They're gonna be looting the dead bodies first. They are trying to take a small approach and not lose any manpower really, because as I think Tokatua is gonna be trying their best to rack out more kills in a safe way. And I can see Soifan on the roof, and nobody is spotting him.
None of them actually checked the top side of the roof. I guess that's lucky for him. They think that they're in the building, but eventually they may find out. Well, it's just gonna take a little bit longer now. Lots of the Nate inside the building. Oh, spots out the rear, and only with 2 HP. That will be Somban securing this one, and took them long enough.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix is going to be eliminated, so 9 teams left and 30 people alive on the map of Purgatory. And as you can see, the podcast is going to be taking a small approach. They're not going to engage on Anchor just yet, but team number 2 is going to be playing around them as well. As we can see, on the other side, he's going to be sitting on a half wall. Hans might be able to spot him out, so Puaka is going to be slowly scouting out, not taking anything so aggressively just yet.
And then they're just gonna have a little bit of standstill moment between both of these teams, and Task Force M1 only having 6 left. He's still gonna go in for the challenge, immediately looking for Raphael. Raphael runs into the housing compounds, and that's Aoi right behind the walls. It might just see a little bit of those movements coming from the side of Battle 56. And you see it going into the wall as well, bringing out the shotguns and takes one down. That's gonna be Hans on the ground going in for the secured kill, and it seems like Task Force will be buying out short. And this time around, Knife plays for the very final round, and we still got more fights to go as we see the goes in for Samban as Quality Brats will be able to find their very first kill in match number 6.
Yeah, right now Quality Brats is gonna be, oh, he gets shotgun to the face, dropping down very low, and he gets downed instantly. But right now, he's gonna get finished off. But all the members from Team Quality Brats is here for the A, but just too late. 3 versus 4 right here, dropping very low. Again, takes out Demons. But right now, this is looking on the glow wall. Oh my god, he's gonna be taking down, he's gonna go on a refrag, sticks to the refrag, but Booyah is on behind. He's gonna be flanking around, he's gonna be juking left and right.
Oh my goodness, he still survives! King, how does he do this? 92 more HP as he pops out the glue walls as well. And here comes Booyah going with a shotgun, break down Ming, and now it's Booyah versus another member on the top side. King. It's just going to be this 1v1 who will emerge on top as we see Booyah is just raging furious, trying to aim for the kills, dropping 1 nade in towards the building, and King will be safe and sound inside the walls, but Booyah is just getting his health all healed up, and 71 HP on the side of Quality Brats. King, he's not having any sort of mats for him to work with. As you can see in the utility, 0 nades, 0 medicine, and there's only a little bit more of the chunk of armor left on the table. So if he wants to pull this one off, he really needs to clutch it off in time. But here comes another member from inside of Tokatua. They are ready to go in for the push.
Yeah, I think Tokatua is going to be taking this push really slow. Oh, he pops up the glow wall, blocking him just yet. Oh, they're going to be trying to throw a grenade on the other side of the window. But right now, they pushed him. But King jumps up on the roof and not getting spotted at all. I don't think they know that King is on the roof. Oh, he drops down. He gets some fall damage, 51 HP left.
That's some sweet escape. Immediately, he's running off, and they're coming in a little bit late to the party while King walks away alive. And the moment that the UAV zone hops right on top of them, they know they got bamboozled.
Yeah, they really got bamboozled. But right now, the UAV zone is on top of Tokatua, and King knows that 2 of the members right there is gonna be spotted out. But on the side of Tokatua, they have a total of 7 kills already on the board in this early stage of the game. But 8 teams are still alive, and 24 people are still alive on this map. It's gonna be a tough match if they're like still 2 members heading against the late game, because they might be facing 3 or 4s in a team, so it's gonna be kind of hard for them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I really love how King played this one. I mean, after having all these members from the side of QB getting annihilated, eventually he still managed to juggle it all the way across the wall, but then it's just gonna have a little bit of headache to get those sort of rescue down the road, while Ejet will possibly try to hunt down for more, and eventually having him bleed out will mean that he secures one in the bag.
Right now, Booyah is playing the bridge camping game right here, so no vehicles. He's going to be passing through on the watch of Team Booyah. Right now, fire's going out. Global gets popped out. Raphael dropping very low right here. Jimbos is going to be tagged out by Team Booyah's Raphael right there. Right now, Hantu Bajang is going to be YOLOing, driving the car across the bridge, but nobody is contesting it. Oh, for shots getting fired back, but nobody is going to be tagging out.
It's fired up. It's fired up. I think it's going to be a little bit dangerous for him to actually commit to that. Booyah will be able to find him, and wow, by the end of the drive, they still get those long-range shots, and that will be enough for the taking as Booyah managed to steal it away from members of the side of Booyah.
Yeah, it's a nice try coming up from Bajang, but it certainly didn't work out as they might expected it. But Booyah, Ija is close to the acre. They might go for an attempt to loot, but on the other side of the river, one more member of Hantu Bajang is still there, but Tokatua is going to be holding down on this tree and spotting us on any enemy is going to be trying to...
Oh, Booyah! That's a huge one! Oh my goodness, did you just see that?
Yeah.
Like, that's a huge shot to the head, and that is just straight up nasty as we see members of the side of Booyah just having the best sort of angles to actually work with. And Tokatua don't really have too much of a members left because they've already brought them all the way with only 1 on the table. But Abemio is getting a little bit of that sort of taps coming off as we see both sides taking out that scar. But Mega's going to be the first one to fall while 77 goes in for the fight. It's not going to be much for him to actually rotate around for, but he's talking about the broken walls. Finds Megat as he clips him on the foot. Oh my goodness, Megat. is just in total expert when it comes to shotguns.
Well, Team Eclipse is going to be hard for you right now. Abim77 pulling out the pan. I don't think he can do anything much, but and his teammate Mega gets downed by Pendek. Pendek is rushing in. He's going to be holding the shotgun. Oh, he's going to be rushing in. He gets the pick out inside, but no, he gets knocked down instead, dropping very low. Abim77 is going to be finishing off Pendek. Abimio is carrying the team right now, but Mega is going to be firing off some shots, but Outback gets taken out by Abimio again. Abimio, you're insane. Now Mega comes up. He's going to be vaulting in.
Oh, that's one more member left. Mega has been brought down, and that will be a triple kill in the hands of Abimio. I mean, look at how he just rotated around. That was just insane maneuvering, left, right, and he hops inside. And he still managed to actually go in to save his teammates, and he turns the fight around, and little did you know, Chura's army just went flat down below. Now we're seeing this circle going into the fields, while Kalate playing really quietly, just trying to get themselves sneaking in towards the northern area, while over on the side of the southwest, that's where the fights are about to happen. What we see, two members of team number 4 are kind of separated.
Yeah.
I think this is a sort of strat that they could definitely utilize.
Yeah, I think they're trying to recon more towards like around the map, around the area to try to spot out some enemies. They might go over some third-party crossfire, but I don't think you want to do that right now because the circle is closing in. Oh my god, no, my shot's been blinded! Oh my god, quality brats, what are you doing?
Arip just sneaked it out behind the sofa, and he just managed to get that sort of kill. And Dokatua is just gonna laugh their way into the bank because they just got one. And Booyah says, "Hey, we heard some gunshots there." And now I guess they're gonna bring it to Arip as well.
Well, if Arip clutches it out, he's gonna be needing a miracle to clutch it out because look at Team Booyah. He's gonna be storming the house already. Oh
wow.
My god, everyone pulling fancy katanas out to rush up the house quickly. But right now we can see Arip still hiding behind the couch. Still sneaky. He's not going to be spotted out just yet. Don't make any movements, Arip.
Oh, he's just managing to go stealth for a moment while Booyah is still trying to go on the hunt. They heard all these shots, but they could not locate where he's at. And he's still hiding the same old spot that he camped for that possible good few minutes that he have, and I gotta say he really worked it out on that sort of a Hayato, and well, you don't even need to even go in with some of all these sort of abilities coming in from things like Raphael, you know.
Yeah, like, and as well as Team Booyah has made a smart move, so they just moved on. They gotta go catch the circle, get circle priority. Right now, Jimbas from Hantu Bajang is gonna be carrying a monster strike and picking up his teammate, traveling on to the center of the circle, drawing a lot of attention because that monster truck is so loud. But he's gonna be running up into the members of Amio 77. He's gonna be seeing into the building. Would he get shot? No, he doesn't fight his shot. That's trigger discipline right there. Team Eclipse, really good job.
Well, definitely a great rotation that Hantu Bajang has. And earlier, we do see them having a sort of split rotation that we see. Oh, Booyah's just going to go in for a little bit of a knock coming in from that monster truck that we talked about. And here comes Jimbas going in for that kill. And Hantu Bajang is going in. Oh my goodness. They are surrounded. But there goes Domi, leaving one more member left for side of Booyah. Immediately going in for the secured kill as Hantu Bajang will be knocked to the win.
And Team Booyah has now racked up 5 kills for the team, but he's gonna get fired down by Team Eclipse because Team Eclipse didn't even fire a shot. They hold on trigger discipline, but I think Booyah is gonna be their response because they have 4 members against 2. They're gonna be having a little bit of tough time right here. So Raphael is gonna be healing up, but on the side of Team Eclipse, they're gonna be rotating around because they fire some shots. They gotta rotate. They gotta make sure that the enemy team, like as in Team Booyah, doesn't know where they exactly are. As we can see, Klate army is gonna be going on to anchor. OMR, the last man standing, he gets taken out. Oh no, he takes out Klate army instantly. He's a one-man army.
Oh my goodness, Anchor is still doing it. And speaking of doing it, there is Sapik right behind the corner, and he's getting clouded up. There is double glue walls, but it's not enough to secure himself away from Sapik. Looted him whatsoever, but we still have 4 more teams left intact. As we see, Klate Ameseya is having a huge numbers advantage, but here comes Booyah right outside his zone. There's going to be Mega Dino just trying to take him out, but the safe zone's taking his health all the way down low. I'm not sure if he can survive, but he already spotted him out, and I guess that he might just actually take himself outside of the safe zone and not just give free 20 points to the enemy.
Yeah, not just giving any kills or anything. That's a good strategy, but this is the final round. You gotta like make a play right here, buddy. So
yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, it's either you shine or you don't.
Yeah, right now Ajad, he's been staying outside the circle. I think he has Gluttony on board. He's gonna be popping those mans like crazy right there. But oh my god, Arib is gonna be a low rib.
I mean, it was really great that he has Maxim's ability, and look at that sort of health bar keep regenerating all the way upwards. But here comes a little bit of that package for the protection as well. And he's in the middle of all these members of Kalate as they go on a split push over left as well as the right. I think he's gonna go in for the right flank first, but he's gonna fall all the way back, having a little bit of bullets sent his way, and he still manages to survive.
Mega Dino is certainly staying strong right here. Kalate Army is going to be pushing up, but gets tagged. Oh my god! Perry gets dropped down, and Sapik is one man. He's going to be opened up in the field. He's going to get dropped down as well. But oh no, Glue Wall pops up, saves himself a little bit. But right now, Fazli is going to be pushing up to him as well. He doesn't know that Fazli is pushing up, but both of them are healing. Both of them healing up to 200 HP. But Mega Dino is going to be. Oh, he's going to be taken out by the other teammate. Sapik!
Mega! He's just cutting it out. And there's still one more member left for the side of Kalate Army Saya, and I don't know. This might just be the play of the century if Mega completes this kill. 30 over seconds left on the table, but he's going for the loots. Sapik already spotting out members from across. Abimio is going to be outside, and Mega finally gets stopped on his tracks. But Abimio would potentially go in for that sort of a revival, while Sapik's cut across from the back. He might just get this sort of action coming in. Shotguns at the ready, and now we're only down to 2 teams.
Oh, as we look at the map right now, as of this situation, Tokatua Arib has the advantage right here. He's on high ground. He's on the observer tower. So, oh my god, they're going to be driving up towards the observer tower right now. Arib getting a close view on where they're driving. Is he going to be shooting? No, he's going to be holding onto the shots.
Oh, they know. They definitely know he's up here. And Lily Gulwal's getting popped out. He's gonna put a couple of frag grenades, making it rain. There's nowhere for him to hide, but he still managed to survive. Not even a single bullet actually lands, or even the nades to come right at it. But here comes another one, and he's just dodging it like it's Matrix. And Abe Mio, alongside with Mega, is trying to find a way to climb all the way upwards, breaking down the walls. And here comes the flank coming from the Abe Mio side, and this is a 2v1, and only 2 HP left. He's trying to clutch it all out, coming up with the shotguns, and this will be the game in the hands of Team Eclipse, coming up with the big Booyah, coming with a bang.
Mega Dino, you are insane this game. You deserve that throne right here. You're sitting. Yeah, you deserve it. Like, Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Like, when we look into that game, that was a huge clutch. Like, when we talk about Eclipse fighting off against Tokatua, by right, of course, we look at the table. They share almost about the same point, but Tokatua, they have a little bit of that point advantage because of the kills. Because 9 kills versus 10, they walk away with more. Booyah comes in 4th. OMR guys on 5th place, as well as How to Budget on 6th. Quality Brats will finish out 7th, followed by Charles Army as well as Task Force MY and Dark Phoenix alongside Gunbox will make up the rest of the level. But wow, that sort of moment, we gotta take a look at that sort of play once more, because Kalate Army, they were all outside 4 versus 1.
Yes.
4 versus 1, and he still made it all the way, only till the final member. They managed to knock down Megat, but eventually Abadimio joined into this party at the back as well, and brings out that M1014 in. When he went in for a flank, he already read his mind. He's like, okay, he's not going to go for that direct walk-in because it's way too obvious, right? So he went in from the right. I mean, there's only a couple of ways that you could enter, either inside of the house or over on the right side if he's already getting that sort of flank. Then, the moment he walked right in, bam! It was just kill secure.
Yeah, it was totally kill secure, but I have to give credits on Megadinho on the first round when he started the fight. He uses the crate as his advantage as cover as well as a side of view because he's on open field and all the other 3 members of Kalate Army is in open field. And from imagine that people pushing you in both different directions. His reaction was so fast. He's landing shots precisely, and everyone's getting down by one by one by one, and everything is just turns out into Team Eclipse's favor. Like Megadino is gonna be taking like from the side of Kalate Army. One is gonna be trying to flank on the right, but he gets knocked down instantly when he moves out from the palm tree, and everything just went well from Team Eclipse. And Abe Mio really certainly a really good team, a really good support backing Megadino in the time when he needed him, and as well as I gotta give props to Abemio because normally when in the later stage of the game you don't actually revive. You actually let them like bleed out or anything like that at the loop, but
it's too hard not to miss out on that moment. You know, like he already brought down 3 members right there, and there's only one more to secure that sort of clutch, I would say. So they managed to go in for the revival, and after they got that kill, they sort of already know that there's one more survivor up towards the sniper tower, and they immediately dive all the way upwards. And though they brought out some of the glue walls, they flank in and flush him out with all these nades, but he dodges all the way through. I mean, after all that sort of push, one of them almost fell off, but with only 2 HP, there's only so much you could possibly do. But that will lead to Paka on the second place.
Yeah, but Paka definitely A for effort, tried their best, but we're going to show you some highlights right here on the last round of Purgatory. As we can see, every team is going to be doing their basic things, going to be dropping into respective places, but Basilius is highly contested on that point because 3 teams over there and so essential towards Fire Brigade, and yeah, like all these teams are be trying to be very aggressive and getting some kills, and which everyone did, and they played it really well. But in terms of Task Force MY and between like team number 2, yeah, it's a heck of a chaos right there. Like everyone's trying to grab loot and grab guns, but I think some of the players' guns didn't render in time. I don't know about that, but yeah, like it all turned well from the side of Team OMR. Like he Anchor just 1v3 and everything.
Yeah, I definitely went into reset 1v3 situation, especially over here where you see Task Force MY Emily scattering for loots, and they're going on those sort of a goose chase, and this is where things get a little bit interesting. Went in for the UMP, and Aiko got himself that sort of first blood, and some of them are just scattered around outside of the zone just to pick up things from the grass. But look at the Task Force MY, they rotate around, and they're all across this sort of a straight section of this bridge that they found, but over in the lower section, this is where he managed to actually go in for that sort of a couple pickups there. Spots out Aiko, and that was a little bit more. So we apologize, there's a little bit of a technical difficulties, but we're gonna rewind that for a little bit longer. But don't worry, I believe that you guys caught most of the actions, and this is it for round number 6 for our match. And of course, when we talk about this game, after we tabulate all these amazing plays and the scoreboards itself, I still believe that Old Man Rocks guys are still gonna be on top of the ladder. For sure.
Like no doubt that like last time we saw the scoreboard, it was 900 plus points because the kill
should
point
be 1K by the end.
It should be 1K by now, and they rack up like a few kills extra, like 4 to 5 kills extra. I think they will put them like on top of the leaderboard. Will be staying there for quite some time.
Yeah,
but I definitely want to give credits and praise Megadinho for the commitment of the gunfights that he chose to like pull off, like in a 1v3 situation and 1v2 situation. And I admire Team Eclipse's trigger discipline because there was 2 teams fighting right beside them. They didn't even fire a single shot. They waited for the opportunity, and they just fired off. And right now, technical defense missile. We're gonna be rolling back our highlights right here.
And of course, we see a little bit of that sort of rotation coming in, where we see Aiko guys getting chunked out for a little bit. And look at that huge shot straight towards the head.
That was a nice headshot.
Yeah, definitely a great one. But this is also where OMR guys were a little bit too hasty on their movement and committed one after another and leaving only Anchor behind. And although there was 1 HP left, yeah, he managed to still secure the rest of the kills and have to back away. It became a sort of a 1v3, and later on, we have something that's a lot more interesting because Task Force NY here, of course, get a couple of shotgun shells in, and that's Balo dropping out. And one of the moments I remember was one of them were hiding behind itself.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be one of the highlights of the game, man. He just popped out like a weasel, like it pop goes the weasel, and
yeah.
there's a shotgun into your face, and you can't say anything about it, right? Yeah, this play is really good. Like Boyka using the glow balls as his advantage, jumping left and right, make sure like let the enemy predict where they are. And right now we can see on here Chura's army, Pendek underestimating the enemy's firepower and their teamwork, and that is certainly you don't want to do in a tournament.
Yeah, I guess when the circle kind of
yeah,
favors
here we go.
some of all these teams, this is RM all by himself, pops himself, and just give him the surprise of a lifetime with the M1014. And Hatubajang was going in for some random drives, and you see how he gets knocked out by the monster truck, and we see Domi just secures that sort of kill, but Booyah isn't really happy with that, and immediately goes in, storming out the last 2 members of Hantu Buja.
And there was this trigger discipline come in play. You see, even though like they were fighting, didn't find a single shot until they know the fight was finished. They were looting, and here goes the 1v2 situation, and this is the rush from both Megadino and the other team member. And here's Arif dodging the grenades left and right, up and down center. He's gonna be popping, and this flashbang is unfortunate. He's blinding himself.
I mean, like, he blinds himself for a little bit longer, but Arif's just gonna be waiting for that blue wall to be broken down, and that's where he pulls off a couple of great shells over the side of Arif, but it's not gonna be enough. Like, only 2 HP left. I guess that's Tokatua just settling for 2nd place, but definitely a really great round for the side of Eclipse, blocking with that Booyah. So that is all that we have inside of Group Echo, and later on we'll see Group F, Foxtrot, play another 6th round of Free Fire inside of both Purgatory as well as Bermuda, the classic map that we have on the table. So this is the scoreboards coming up for us to sum up who will be topping the charts and moving forward in the next round of the Free Fire C Championship.
Right now, #1 spot that will be qualifying for the spot for the finals at Cool City Mall would definitely be Omen Rock, guys. Look at that. 47 kills in total and 109 placement points total, racking up with a whopping 1,049 points, following by Eclipse, Neutron, and Tokatua. Like, they have the same points, but the kills doesn't matter, but Eclipse, Neutron eventually getting more placement points than Tokatua.
Wow.
Yeah, like placement points really plays. Yeah, that's a shock. Like more kills, but the placement points really worked out. Following down by Quality Brads and Chura's army, they really performed themselves out of their minds today, because with the plays they did, Quality Brads eventually ended up with 1 Booyah on round #2. That was definitely impressive. Following down by Criminal Boss, fortunately not doing that well, and so as Semboy, following by Puaka. Puaka really put up a great fight on all 6 rounds, but eventually it didn't work out because sometimes there's a really unfortunate case.
Exactly. And of course, we have Dark Phoenix, Klate, Ami Saiyan, Hantu Bajang to conclude the list, and unfortunately, Squad Titan did not participate throughout the rest of the run. But congratulations, OMR guys, as we'll be seeing them contend for the top spot in Cool City Mall on the 15th of September, where we'll see them play against some of the best in Free Fire. Well, of course, we're going to go on a short commercial break, and this is the Free Fire Southeast Asia Championship Malaysian qualifiers. My name is Contra. This is Shadow Banjo. We're going to go on a lunch break, and we'll see you right after, and we'll be ready for Group F.
Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.